Hello, everyone. It's Sal, Stretford Post. How you doing? And welcome to the live watch-along between Brighton and Hove Albion and Manchester United, guys. In the final Premier League game of the season, guys. It's the final game of the season for Manchester United, guys. Now, it's been a long season, hasn't it? It's been twists and turns, ups and downs. Ultimately, we've achieved what we set out to do, which is get back in the Champions League. Next season, we need to go that one step or maybe two steps further in maybe winning that league and taking back that title, which is rightfully ours, guys, over the years. Next season is extremely important, but you know what? Today is about not only about celebration, it's about ending the season on a high. I think we really do need to end the season on a high. I don't want us to go out on a low. It would be nice to win the game. Brighton be looking to win. Of course, there's a few teams out there looking for us to defeat Brighton. Brighton could qualify for Europe. There's a few teams in the Premier League right now who want us to win, today. And for us, it's all about just going out there and just taking the game seriously and exerting ourselves professionally, of course. The lineups have been announced, guys. I'm just going to go through the lineups with you guys real quickly. Let me just go through these lineups real quick, guys. Let me just get this up. So the lineups for Manchester United and Brighton. Listen, guys, look, again, right, in one of Brighton's biggest games of the season, which it is one of Brighton's biggest games of the season. This is one of Brighton's biggest games of the season, guys. All those Baleba fans. He has been dropped as soon as James Milner comes back. There you go, guys. As soon as James Milner comes back, the Baleba hype train goes off the rails, guys. He's not playing today. And he's on the bench in Brighton's most important game of the season, right? They could possibly qualify for the Europa League. They've got it in their hands as well. So at the end of the day, this isn't a nothing game for Brighton. This is an everything game for Brighton, right? And it would be worth a lot of money if they get into Europe. No Baleba today. Fabringham's in goal. Waifa, Van Heck, Dunk, Kadioglu. Of course, great performances this season from Kadioglu. Big fan of Kadioglu. I think he should come to Man United. Milner and Gross in midfield. Gomez, Hinselwood, and De Kuyper as the attacking midfielder with Danny Welbeck as the striker, guys, in regards to Manchester United. Manchester United, look, guys, again, what I would say about this, again, a very, very strong lineup from Michael Carrick. No youth in the team, guys. No youth in the team, unfortunately, guys. I would have liked to see a couple of youth players in there. If I'm being totally honest, a few youth players would have been nice. It would have been. Not one in the team. Okay, it's absolutely not. We got a young team, but there's nothing, no debuts or anything like that. I'm a bit disappointed with that, but maybe in the second half, we'll be able to see some of them come through. But Lamans is in goal. Mazraoui is a right back. Maguire, Martinez, and Shaw. Surprised to see Dado drop today, but I'm a big fan of Mazraoui, so good to see him in there. Why Mason Mount? Now, guys, I want to ask you the question. This is where I have a problem. Why Mason Mount? Why can't we put Jim Threates in there? You know, if we're not gonna play Casemiro, why did we put Mason Mount there? What's Mason Mount done to deserve a place in that team? Can I just ask people that question? Why is not Jim Threates in that team? And this is where I'll be critical. This is where I'll be like, oh, come on, man. Because if this was Ruben Amorim, they'd be like all over it. Do you know what I mean? All over it. Do you know what I mean? So I would say that Jim Threates should have played today anyway, but as we are. Ahmad as an attacking right midfielder. Bruno Fernandes, of course. Dorgu as a left midfielder. And Mbeumo. And this is where I think Dorgu will end up playing. I think he will end up playing on that left-hand side. Absolutely. I think the left-hand side is going to be Dorgu's new place next season. I do believe that. This is why I believe that we're not going to sign a left winger. It's plainly because of this. You know, it's plainly because of Dorgu's ability to play as a left winger. And obviously, it's going to save some money for Man United, isn't it? It's going to save some money for Glinios, isn't it, guys? So those are the starting lineups, guys. I'm going to go through the substitutions now in regards to Brighton and Hove Albion. Sully March is the midfielder. Jorginho Rata is a striker. Yakumba Minta, of course, very good player. He's on the bench, guys. Carlos Baleba is the midfielder. He's on the bench. We got Costulas as a striker. He's on the bench. We've got Oliver Biscagli, defender. He's on the bench. We've also got Jason Steele, the goalkeeper. Matt O'Reilly, the midfielder. John Veltman, the defender. As far as Man United, we got, of course, Bayern there. We got Bayern there in goal, of course, on the bench. Mateus Cunha, Joshua Zirkzee, Tyrone Malacia, Nana Yoro, Manuel Ugarte, Aiden Heaven, Tyler Fletcher, and Shea Lacey. So really and truly, the only two young players we've got in this squad today is Tyler Fletcher and Shea Lacey. No Jim Threates. No God will cook and eat, nothing, guys. Oh, well, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. We just have to accept it. And you know what? But I will critique when I get a chance to critique. But, guys, thank you, everyone who's joining me today. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the stream, guys. Manchester United against Brighton and Hove Albion, the last game of the season, guys. Man United, of course, have already solidified third position. Fantastic. We're already there. We're already there now. So it is a time to take the foot off the pedal. Is it? What other teams would like Man United to do, of course, because we have to take the professionalism from this game because other teams are relying on us today. You know, when I'm going to look into the league right now. When I look at the league right now, guys, the repercussions of this game. So basically, the repercussions of this game, Man United and Brighton. So mainly Man United the third. So it doesn't really matter what we do in regards to ourselves. However, Brighton have a chance to get into the top 6 today. Okay, so they got a chance to get into the top 6. It's going to be difficult for them. However, what I would say, that looks like it's going to be too difficult for them to get in the top 6. However, the top 7, I believe that is the Conference League, is available. The top 7 is available. Is it the Conference League is 7 or is it the Europa League? Anyway, number 7 is between Chelsea and Brighton. So Chelsea are praying that Man United win today. That's what they're doing today. Chelsea are praying that Man United win. Chelsea are begging for Man United to win today. That's what they're doing. And, you know, we're not going to give Chelsea any favors, guys. You know, no, we're going out there to do our they're begging for Man United win. We're going to do our best just to do what we have to do for ourselves. And that's about it at the end of the day. Not interested in Chelsea and their European escapades, to be honest with you, but Chelsea will be heavily reliant on Manchester United. Not only Chelsea, also heavily reliant on Man United are Brentford and Sunderland. They're also very reliant on Man United today. Because should all the results go their way, Sunderland, Brentford could also have an opportunity here. If Sunderland win, they have 54 points. If Brentford win, they have 55 points, right? So that would move them up to 7th as well. So lots of implications in regards to this game, in regards to not us, but other teams as well. I will be keeping an eye on, obviously, West Ham United, guys, and also I'll be keeping an eye on Tottenham against Everton as well, guys. Obviously, this massive game's going on in the Premier League today. Relegation will be decided today, of course, as well, in regards to Tottenham or West Ham, guys. Who's going to go down? Is it Tottenham? Is it West Ham? Who's going to be relegated? We'll have to wait and see, guys. Let me say big up to everyone in the stream. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome aboard. Big up, Bobby. How you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Hope you're good. Good to see you, my friend. Hi, Sal. Big up, Mike. How are you doing? I am unhappy with the Man United starting lineup, Sal. What are you most unhappy about, Ben? What upsets you the most about this lineup today? I want to know your opinion. What upsets you about this lineup today? I mean, for me, what upsets me, I would have liked to see a couple of youth players in there. I don't see any point in playing Mason Mount in the middle instead of Jim Thwaites. I thought we would have benefited more from playing Jim Thwaites in there, guys. And people could say, well, we need to keep the value on Mason Mount. What value on Mason Mount exactly are we talking about? This guy's been injured all season. Teams ain't stupid. They're going to look at it and they're going to say, you know what? He's injured all season. We're not going to buy him. Do you know what I mean? Good afternoon, fan. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Really good to see you. Alaikum salam. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope everything is blessed with you. Good to see you in the house. Hope you're doing well, you and family. My friend, good to see you, brother. I hope you're well. Yeah, look, a little bit. I just don't see the point in playing Mason Mount in that middle of the pitch. I mean, look, I just don't see it. I mean, that is the thing that really, really irritates me today, to be fair. It irritates me because I would have liked to see Jim Thwaites in there. You know, if you know, because I just don't see like how this benefits Man United. I know that this narrative is going to come out saying that, oh, well, you know, we need to maintain the value of Mason Mount. We need to do this. We need to do that. I would say, however, on the flip side, these teams are clever. They're smart. They know that Mason Mount's injured all the time. Why don't we just play Jim Thwaites and give him an opportunity? I don't know. Maybe it's me. I don't know. But yeah, it does fill me with a little bit of disillusionment, I would say. Good afternoon. Big up, Louise. How you doing, my friend? Louise Gallagher. Good to see you again. I hope everything is good with you. Big up everyone who's in the house, of course. And big up, John. Good to see you as well, my friend. Good to see you. 2 Gallaghers in one place at the same time. Good last Premier League day to you, Sal. You too, my friend. Thank you for your videos. I've got my wife. Like and subscribe. All the best, Gallon. Thank you so much for you too. I knew you two were related straight away. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you both. And thank you for this season. It's been amazing. Lots of ups and lots of downs, of course. And ultimately, we've achieved what we need to achieve. getting into the Champions League. And this is a celebration at the end of the season, isn't it? A time to relax, time to chill, and a time to just reflect on this season and where we can go next season, how we can get better next season. And also celebrate the careers of a few players at Manchester United, including Casemiro. No Casemiro today, unfortunately, but to celebrate the careers of certain players, of course, guys. Big up my man, Danny B. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Irfan, sorry for being late. No problem, man. It's all good. As long as people come in, they come in anytime they like. I really appreciate you, my friend. Just brushed me through the lineup. Just got home. My mother passed away. Sorry for telling you here. My Twitter is deactivated. I know you told me a few weeks ago. I'm very sorry about that, Irfan. You told me a week ago, I think it was. My prayers and thoughts are always with you at this difficult time. It's not easy. Of course, I was looking for you on Twitter only a few days ago, and I couldn't find you because obviously I missed your super chat, and I apologize because of that. Because obviously I was scrolling down and that, and I don't usually get super chats. So yeah, I mean, I really appreciate it. And to be honest with you, thank you so much. And my prayers and thoughts are with you every single time, my guy. Absolutely. The lineups: Lasani Lamans is in goal. We got Mazraoui as a right back. We've got Maguire and Leach in the centre backs. We've got Luke Shaw as a left back. In the midfield, Mason Mount is the centre of midfield alongside Kobe Mainu. I'm not sure about Mason Mount here. I thought we could have played a youngster. Ahmad is on the right. Bruno is in the centre. And Patrick Dorgu is on the left. Up front is Mbumo on the false number 9 position. That's the team for Manchester United today, my friend. Lots of surprises in there, to be honest with you. But big up Beth. Big up Michael, sorry. Mason Mount starting should be Casemiro and Cunha starting. So Casemiro was never going to play today. We've given him a rest. However, I would have said we should have played Jim Thwaites, a young lad, and coming through, it would have benefited us more in the long term, in my opinion. That's what it would have done that. Do you know what I mean? It would have benefited us more because you never know what you're going to unearth. When a young player comes through the ranks, if he plays and then he ends up absolutely, pulling off a magnificent performance, you're going to say wow, next season he can possibly get into the squad. Maybe we save ourselves some money. Do you know what I mean? And things like that. Now, look, guys, I remember when Man United lost the league title to Arsenal in 1998. And on the last game of the season, we played Leeds United, guys, won 3-0. Wesley Brown played in that game, and he had a magnificent performance, possibly the man of the match. And from that moment there, we said, what about Wesley Brown? He's a good player. What about him? It was from that moment there we realized that this guy is good. Do you know what I mean? And I would have done that with Jim Thwaites. Whether it's Jim Thwaites, whether it's Godwill Kukunki, whether it's Shea Lacey, one of these players there, I would have done that. I thought this would have been a perfect opportunity. Playing Mason, I understand if you've gone with Casemiro back in the team and obviously Mainu, but you've gone with Mason Mount in the middle. And for me, that's a little bit, come on. United for Life, big up yourself. Good afternoon, Sound United community. Big up United for Life. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. Of course, guys, absolutely. Fan, big up fan, of course, my good brother, of course. My daughter passed away 3 years ago, and now my mum, bloody hell, my goodness me. Oh, sorry to hear that, fan, man. Honestly, look, guys, life comes at you fast, my friend. Sorry to hear that, fan. Listen, guys, send your condolences to fan because obviously fan's he's a mainstay of the channel. He's one of the rocks of the channel. Is fan, really, really good guy. And my prayers are with you every single time. If there's anything you need, my friend, let me know. All right. I'm really sorry about that. Listen, hopefully Man United get a result today. I know it's nothing in the grand scheme of things, but maybe it just might cheer you up a little bit. But you know what? We know what life is, isn't it? At the end of the day, and hopefully she's in a beautiful place right now. And in Jeddah, of course. So my prayers and thoughts are with you, my friend, inshallah. So in the middle of the rebuild, don't you think that Tonali is too expensive? Considering his wages, agent fee, and sign-up fees. No, I don't. I don't think it's expensive at all. Because what we're looking at, fam, we're going to miss out on Anderson. So the fact that we're going to miss out on Anderson, we need another elite player to replace him. I think there's only a few players in that elite category. Right, at the moment, that could be feasible for us to get, i.e. Anderson, Tonali, and Turamini, for example. Those are the only 3 players. Other than those 3 players, I think it's second tier. Right, and I'm talking about Stiller, Mateus Fernandez, and all these. Man United need a tier 1, they need a tier 2, and they need a tier 3. So I don't think it is too expensive. He's not going to get paid more than, Luke Shaw and players like that, at the end of the day. I don't think it's going to be much money. And he's a good player and he's going to improve Man United. If we don't get Anderson, then, it's Tonali for me or Tchouaméni. Those are the only two players that I think that could possibly come into Man United and do a job. You know what I mean? And I don't. Honestly, in my honest opinion, my friend, I don't think it's too much money. Big up Asif again. Hi, Sal. Last game of the season. How would you rate the season out of 10? I would give it a 7. Yeah, about a 7 now. I agree, Asif. Yeah, about a 7. I think that. Yeah, well, we're third place. 2 more with 10. When the first, if we came first with 10, innit? Second is a 9. I think that, 7 is a good result. Yeah, I think that. In regards to the Premier League, obviously we weren't in any other competitions long enough. I would say ultimately, given the context, given everything that's happened, a 7 and 7.5, I think I'll give the season definitely. Let's move it up to a 9 and a 10 next season, eh? Let's see if we can do it. And it's up to the board to see if we can. Mark, you absolutely generous beast. What's happening, my friend? Thank you so much for your super chat. Really appreciate you. That is an amazing, generous super chat. Thank you so much. $20. Thank you so much, my friend. Afternoon, Sal, the community. How are you, my friend? 3-1 to United. Hopefully, Lacey can get some minutes. Hope the board backs Carrick, Ineos, and the Glazers out. Big up, my friend. And thank you so much for your kindness and generosity. I really appreciate that, guys. Really appreciate that. Of course, Marky Mark, the legend of the channel. And thank you so much for being a mainstay in the channel over this last season, Ultimately, we can look forward to the Champions League this season, but it all depends, as you said there, Marky Mark. It depends on whether Michael Carrick is going to be backed. Whatever we wanted in regards to the managerial wise, Michael Carrick is our guy. Michael Carrick is our manager. We shall back Michael Carrick all the way. But now it's up to the board to act the act now, walk the walk. That's what they need to do with Michael Carrick now and back him. And not what they did with Ruben Amorim, which was basically throw him under the bus. Got a manager with a distinctive style of play and just completely ignored it. So I really do hope so. You're absolutely spot on, Marky Mark, that we support Michael Carrick. We back him to the absolute maximum next season. Because no matter who is the manager, if the manager's not going to be backed, there's no point, isn't it? We might as well get bloody Ron Atkinson out of retirement. Do you know what I mean? And that's the thing I would say about that. Thank you so much again, Marky Mark, for your generosity and your kindness throughout the season. You're an absolute legend. Thank you. And thank you for being a member. And thank you for your support. Really appreciate it. Thanks, man. Asif, congratulations to our captain. Magnificent for winning Premier League Player of the Year. You know what? Congratulations to Bruno Fernandes. Now, what I would say is that I'm not one for individual accolades, Asif. Growing up watching Man United, we didn't really care about these things. We didn't care about, players of the season and assist records and things like that. It didn't bother us. This is what mattered. You see this? Trophy winners. This is what mattered for me. However, I think that I'm proud and happy for Bruno Fernandes. I am, because he's, he could have went anywhere in Europe. He stayed at Man United. And I'm happy for him. And that's it. But what we need to do now is transfer that to trophy winning. That's what we need to do, because that's all I care about. We got people like Lee Gunner and people like that making fun of Bruno Fernandes because, he's got no trophy. So next season, what we need to do, right, with Bruno, let's go a step further. Let's integrate those stats into a trophy winning side, into a Premier League winning side, a Premier League challenging side. Why don't we do that? Do you know what I mean? And that's what I would say. Let's hope. Big up, Asif. And thank you, Asif, again, you as well, for being here all season, watching the games and stuff like that. It's been an absolute joy. Guys, don't forget, I will be doing the World Cup as well. The World Cup will be on Stretford Post, of course, guys. That's going to be fun. We're going to be going through that. As many games as we could possibly do as well, of course. Absolutely. Amen. And I mean, my brother, no problem. Anything you need, just holler at me, my friend. Absolutely. Condolences. Yeah. Big condolences, my friend. Sal, I watched 2 creators and yours is the first one I launched. The other 2 had exactly the same 3 concerns about us signing Edison. Look out, my man. You are being watched and hijacked. Regards. Look, man, there are many people who duplicate my material. Of course they do. They know it. But they're only cheating themselves at the moment. My biggest concern, my good friend John, is not what other people do. If people want to copy you, it's a compliment. And that's about it, isn't it? At the end of the day, people are watching me. People know that this channel is getting incredibly popular. People know that my opinion is based on knowledge, not duplication. It's based on knowledge. I don't rehearse. I have no script. I come on here, I turn on the camera, I turn on the lights, and I speak. And that's the thing. People can't do that, and they need to copy people like me. Especially a Man United fan. But that's okay. It's all right. The real will end up. The real will come out shining anyway. That's the thing. I would say the real will always succeed. The real will always progress. At the end of the day, you noticed it, John. So other people are going to notice it as well. One of the reasons, like, I do my streams 7 a.m. every single morning, UK time, right? I'm the first with the news. Right? I'm the one who wakes up in the morning and don't think I haven't seen the big channels out there doing the same thing as me. Even the biggest have like for example, I've seen people speak about the same thing I'm speaking about, what I spoke about in the morning. I see it all the time. Like, I will be speaking about something that only I know of, right? And then 2 hours later, when their show comes on in England, like 9 a.m., 10 a.m., they're talking about the same thing. So obviously they're watching my show. That's okay. At the end of the day, what I would say about everything, is that you can't police everything. YouTube's a massive thing. YouTube's a huge platform. There's so many people on YouTube, and you can't police everything. You can't go around saying, you, stop copying me, because everyone's going to think you're a nut job, isn't it? And everyone's going to think you're mad. You just do your thing. And you know what? The glory will come to you with the work ethic that you put in. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. It would be nice to get some recognition in regards to the transfers I've broken on this channel, many times. It would be nice to get a little bit of to get a little bit of shine in regards to that, of course. But you know what? As we say in the Middle East, it's alhamdulillah, isn't it? That's all it is. And at the end of the day, life is short, and we just enjoy it. And we enjoy watching Man United, and we enjoy everything, guys. Absolutely. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, John. You absolute legend. Thank you, mate. Absolutely. Asif, Sal, our next 3 tense times are up. Guess what? Next tense times are up soon. Our next tense times are up soon. Guess what? What, Asif? What's up? I don't get it. What's going on? Michael, I hope that Michael Carrick will sell Mason Mount. Sal, what do you think? So I agree with you, Michael. Absolutely agree with you. So I would like to go on a funding drive for your platform. Raise 50K to invest in your channel. Wow. 5 super chat streams to raise funds and GoFundMe. Mate, you're a legend, mate. Irfan, you know what, Irfan? People who think like that, who want to invest in my channel, you're absolutely welcome, and we can do it together and stuff like that. You can do it. You're welcome. But make sure you look after yourself. You've just lost your mother, and you've lost your family members. Do you know what I mean? So I think put your family at the forefront of everything. Thank you so much for thinking of me. It means a lot. And look, people like you are the reason that this channel is here. Whatever you can give to the channel, whoever wants to give to the channel, then that will be reinvested in the channel. It will help the channel, of course. It will help the channel progress, help channel get bigger. Of course it would. And I really appreciate it. Whatever happens, I really appreciate what you do. Thank you so much, my friend. You're absolutely amazing. Thank you. Absolutely. Asif, we have been backing every manager since Alex Ferguson. Only plastic fans go against managers. We should be a good or bad. Time has a great quality that it changes. Asif, I've never seen the notion or the reasoning behind turning on your manager. And Asif, you've been here for a long time. Me and you and many others in the streams as well. I've always backed the manager. We've always been there and backed the manager from thick and thin. And my key would be is that we'll carry on doing the same, and we know what's going to happen. As if we know that there are going to be people who are going to be turning against the manager, at a sixpence. As soon as things go wrong next season, we know there's going to be people turning against Michael Carrick. Not this channel. Whether I wanted Carrick, whether I didn't want Carrick, whatever, I support the lads. Whether I want Baleba, whether I want Edison, it doesn't matter. Once they put that Man United shirt on, right, they are Man United players, and we're going to be backing them until the absolute maximum. Absolutely, yes. Spot on. Brighton 1, Manchester United 5. Bruno Fernandes from the spot. Mason Mount 1. You know what, Michael? Michael, can I just say something about you, Michael? I wish your results came true, because we'll be undefeated and we'll probably have about 1,000 goals this season. That's what probably it would be right now. We'll probably have about 1,000 goals. We'll probably breaking all sorts of records. Bruno Fernandes will probably have a 300 assists this season. So, do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I love it. I love it. Keep up the positive work, Michael. Thank you so much. Amen. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Louise, you legend. Thank you so much. Richard, looks like United are going to sign Edison, Fernandes, and Tonali for the midfield out. Yes, I got the thumbnail. I got the thumbnail there. I think that is the most likely scenario right now. I think that's the most likely scenario right now. What would you guys think about that midfield, though? I mean, obviously, we're going to be thinking about Kobe Mainu. Where's Kobe Mainu going to fit in? I don't get this. Kobe Mainu will start. Edison will be on the bench. One of them will be on the bench. Not everyone has to start at the same time. There is such a thing as a squad. We need a squad. Do you know what I mean? So those 3 players, if Man United sign those 3 players, I'm content with that. Obviously, I want Anderson. I want it Stiller. You know, I would prefer someone else other than Edison. Maybe an IOBLD, someone like that. However, if that is our midfield, so 3 signings, I don't think we can be choosers. I think that would be a very, very decent window, in my opinion. Asif, legend. Sticking to your channel is because we all have ball knowledge. Even my United history has become so much polished with the knowledge you share. Pleasure to be part of this. You too, Asif. You too. Look, we don't always agree, and life ain't all about agreeing. Ultimately, what we want, right, guys, we want. We don't pretend we want a successful Man United. And you can see that in the streams. You can see that when we're watching Man United. We all want a successful football club. That's what we want. And ultimately, I feel now that we're in the Champions League, we got that stepping stone to go further and you know what, attract the caliber of players that we want. And maybe, who knows, challenge for the league title next season. I don't see this league as anything special. I really don't. And I think with a little bit of luck, with a little bit of backing, I think that Man United can challenge for the league next season. Absolutely. But thank you, guys. Thank you, Asif, for being part of this season. Hopefully, we can enjoy the World Cup together as well when it comes on. It's going to be some massive games coming up as well. But thank you so much for being part of the community and being part of this ride, of course, guys. We've been through a rocky ride, us lot. You know what I mean? Obviously, with the Eric Ten Hag thing, the Amarim thing, and now we're with Carrick, you know, and hopefully it gets better. Onwards and upwards, as they say, of course. Richard, even if Spurs stay up this year, they will be in the same place again next year. Yeah, look, I'm not sure. I'll be honest with you, Richard. I really do rate De Zerbi. I think De Zerbi is a very good manager, much better than the managers that they had. And that's evident already with some of the results that they've had, guys. If they had De Zerbi from the start, they'd be nowhere near the relegation zone. I think they've made a lot of mistakes. I mean, and this is what I'm talking about. You know, certain managers like Thomas Frank, you know, they're good at certain teams, but when they go to a team like Tottenham, that's when they get exposed. I think De Zerbi will do well next season. But obviously, just like Manchester United, it depends how the backing is, isn't it? What he gets back with, the caliber of player he gets back with. You know, if he doesn't get back, he's going to be, you know, low down on the table. Of course he is. But I do think they'll be back. But of course, they have not beaten Everton yet. They need a draw at least. They may lose to Everton. And then what? You know what I mean? Then they're down in the Championship. You know what I mean? I do think that West Ham will go down today. And after West Ham go down, Mateus Fernandes will hand in his transfer request. And hopefully, Man United can get that deal done quickly. All right, let's go into the World Cup with having a couple of deals done in principle, with an agreement done already, so that when the World Cup finishes, the window will open and we are ready to sign the players quickly. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. Asif, our next tense is transfer times. It will bring loads of frustration unless we get early buys. It will be early frustration. It will be a lot of frustration, a lot of annoyance, a lot of disagreements, a lot of people thinking, I want that player, we need that player. Now, guys, I would argue now in regards to Carlos Baleba. In Brighton's biggest game of the season, Carlos Baleba is nowhere to be seen, guys. I just want to say that. Now, Carlos Baleba is a 75 million player. That's what I want to say, guys. And then those people who put in Carlos Baleba in their top 3 signings of the season, I think they can relatively hold that, to be honest with you. I mean, no offense, but I think that is exactly what we're talking about. Do you know what I mean? Exactly that. Not good enough for even Brighton to start in their biggest game of the season. You got James Milner. Was he 35 in the lineup? Baleba's not even there, guys. So, yeah. Guys, listen. I got the popcorn. You know what I mean? And that's it. And you know what? We'll have that, and we'll have this, Here we go. Sunglasses and a popcorn, guys, because there's no Carlos Baleba, guys, today. And I told you guys that he's not. There you go. It's right here. There you go. There are other cinemas, just so I don't promote that cinema. There are other delicacies and cinemas that you can go. Of course. Irfan, how many assists today for Bruno? 7. 8-0 to Man United. Come on, guys. We need to get them vibes up. We need to get the vibes up. Absolutely. No, the manager of Brighton's done relatively well. He's done phenomenally well, guys, I think. Irfan, please drop me your email, Sal, or I drop mine. Let's discuss the investment drive. No problem, I will do. Yeah, I'll drop it. I'll drop it for you. I need to write. Look, what I'll do, I'll put it in a private message. 1 second. Yeah, look, anyone could do that anyway. So we can put it here. Actually, I won't put it here because coming after me. Let me put it in a private message. If I can, here we go. Right. I don't know if you can read the private messages. I don't know if we can do that. Yeah, I'm just going to put it here. I'm just going to put it here. So I'm going to put it here. All right, let me put this one here. There you go, Irfan. That's my email address. Man United are kicked off, guys, against Brighton. We're underway in this game. We will keeping an eye out on the other games as well, guys. Of course, we'll keep an eye on them as well. Man United are kicking from right to left today, guys. They're kicking from right to left. Absolutely. Richard, this is one of the best channels on YouTube. Richard, you're a legend, mate. Thank you, mate. Guys, I think I've got the best community. The small community that we have, but I think that we got some of the best community. Look, look, guys. We don't agree all the time, and that's not what football's about. Ultimately, what we want is success. That's what we want, isn't it? We're frustrated with how long now? 13 years without a title. We're a little bit frustrated and annoyed, especially people have seen Man United so successful over the years. Do you know what I mean? And thank you, Irfan, again, man, for your super chat. Thank you for your super chat. You gave me another super chat. You absolute legend. Thank you so much. Thank you, my friend. Really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much. And it means a lot. It means a lot. Thank you so much. Michael, will you do a live watch along for 2006 20 Champions League final? Of course, Paris Saint-Germain FC. Of course I will, Michael. We've got the generational hate along for that game. It's called. It is the Alley Pally watch along on the 30th of May. We're all supporting Paris Saint-Germain on the 30th of May. That's what we're doing. We will be French for one day. We will be Parisian for one day. We will be supporting Paris for one day. I know that Arsenal are from London. I know that. But I don't like Arsenal. As simple as that, guys. I don't want Arsenal to win it, to be honest with you, if I'm being honest. I don't want them, because that's the only trophy that they haven't won. No matter what they say, they can win the league. Leicester won the league. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter. Do not let them win that Champions League title. Everyone in history has beaten Arsenal. Everyone knows where to put Arsenal in their place and things like that. Do you know what I mean? Big up, Francho. How you doing? Good afternoon, Sal. Good afternoon, my friend. I will take that midfield of Edison, Tonali, and Fernandes. That's an obvious upgrade of what we got. Oh, yeah, of course, we've got one player at the moment. We've only got Mainu, mate. I think it was a significant upgrade. I don't think it's an upgrade on Casemiro. I think Casemiro has been a generational player for Man United. Let's not forget Casemiro scored like 10 goals for midfield this season. And not only scored 10 goals, he's also scored important goals for Manchester United. You know what I mean? And we're going to miss him. And hopefully, any player that comes into Man United, they're going to get my utmost support. I'm going to support them, and hopefully they do well, guys. Absolutely. The kickoff is now, my guy. Thank you, fun show. Hope you're doing well. It's on. Of course, Sal, I will surely be there for England and Portugal games. Others, I'm not too sure about. You're not going to watch. You're meaning to tell me, Asif, you're not going to watch Haiti against Scotland with me. You're not going to do that, mate. You're not going to watch Haiti against Scotland. I'm devastated. Absolutely devastated. No, I'm only joking. I get you, man. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. Marky, if we don't have 4-10 window, if we don't have a 4-10 window with the right players and the mentalities you've got to play for United, but this board scares me. You have every right to feel that way because we all do. I think I feel like that. I think you feel like that. I think every one of us feel like that in regards to the board. And, it's a big test for them this summer. It's a test. If we don't get it, look, I can give them an excuse, right? There's no excuses really. But if I was to squeeze an excuse in regards to the board last summer, I would say, well, we weren't in Europe. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. This season, we're in the Champions League. We're in the elite competition next season, right? So there is no excuses. We get 100 million straight away for qualifying for that tournament, straight away. You know what I mean? So there is no excuse this time. There's no, sugarcoating anything. We have to do what we have to do. John, Sour man, I have to leave to go to work, but I will try to back on to get the updates. Keep going, Sour. Cheers, Gally. John, legend. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic day at work. Don't work too hard, my friend. And I'll see you soon, my friend. No problem. Have a great day. Thank you for joining me for this time. Short and sweet, of course. Irfan, I would like to see how Spurs recover compared to United. From 15th to 3rd, the very next season. I keep saying only United could do that. So I'm curious about Spurs. The differences between United and Spurs. United's 15th place last season was contextual. It was a context-riddled situation for Man United. It wasn't a reality. What Tottenham was a reality. They were a 15th place team. We are not a 15th place team. It was an accident. The reason we came 15th is because we put all our eggs in the Europa League basket and we thought we're going to win the Europa League and it doesn't matter. We're going to win the Europa League. It's, we're going to be fine and da-da-da. We weren't. And we lost the Europa League, of course. But for our remarkable improvement, we have to thank everybody who's contributed to that, including Ruben Amorim, who got us up the league to full 5th place before he was removed. 3 points from 3rd before he was removed and cleared out a lot of junk. And I think from that moment, when Michael Carrick walked into the football club, he had an open goal, really. He really did. And credit must go to Michael Carrick because not everyone takes the open goal, right? All the toxicity, all that stuff was removed. And I think that was one of the key points to this season. The turning point of this season was obviously the fact that there was no Rashford, there was no Sancho, there was no Rasmus, there was none of that going on. And it seemed like the vibe sort of improved at the football club, if you know what I mean. And long may it continue, of course. Long may it continue. Long may the vibe at Manchester United continue because we've been put through the mud over the last few months and years, haven't we? And the fan base, the community, this community deserves success. And hopefully we get that, of course. Hey, Bernard, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Sal would have loved to see some young players getting a start today. Yeah, one of my biggest disappointments about today's game, obviously, is Jim Thwaites, Kukunki, Shea Lacey. Nowhere to be seen. Only Jack Fletcher, I think, and Shea Lacey on the bench. I think that's a little bit sad, in my opinion. I'll be honest with you. I don't think it's long-termism. I'm a bit disappointed because we see Mason Mount in the middle of the pitch and not Jim Thwaites. I don't think we're thinking long-term. I think we're thinking now, and that's it. Here comes Welbeck. Welbeck cleared away there. It's going to be a foul to Manchester United. Kobe Mainoo was fouled there. Yeah, cynical foul there. That should be a yellow card. Gross fouled Kobe Mainoo there. Absolutely. Bernard, hoping to finish off the season with a win. Absolutely. I only Bruno to get 1 assist to sit top of the Harry Kane and Kevin. I would love it to happen. I would love it if he does. You remind me of a Godfather with those glasses. Yeah, I think they'll have a little bit more expensive sunglasses than those ones, mate. But yeah, thank you. I see that as a compliment, actually. Thank you, man. Yeah, look, there you go. I've got all the props here, guys. I've got all the props. You can't beat me with the props. I've got all of them here today. Where were we? Yeah, anyone any queries? There you go. There you go, guys. You can message me there, any queries and stuff. Or you can just email me on Twitter, of course. Mandem, big up Sal in the chat. This game will be won and lost in the midfield. It will indeed. Well, Mason Mount's in the midfield. That petrifies me, to be honest with you. It does. We'll be on the PSG on that night, Champions League final. We'll be supporting PSG all day long in that final. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, Arsenal fans, any Arsenal fans in the community, any Arsenal fans in the chat. I have to do the due diligence and I have to make sure that Paris Saint-Germain defeat Arsenal on that final on the 30th, guys. I really do hope so. But let's not forget, I will be here every single day, guys. Until next season, I'll be here for Breaking Dawn. Chatterbox will be back as well, guys, during the week as well. Guys, I'll be doing Chatterbox. Of course, there'll be no watch-alongs apart from the Conference League final, which I'll be doing next week. Of course, Crystal Palace. Could it be a clean sweep for all English teams in Europe? I mean, Crystal Palace will be looking for the Conference League title. Here comes Brighton, and it's sliced away for a goal kick to Manchester United, guys. Gomez with the shot, but it's sliced away. So it's a goal kick to Man United. Big up everyone in the stream, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new, guys. And don't forget to smash a like on the video if you guys would do that for me. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, that was a little bit open on the far post there, but he sliced it there. Luke Shaw, got to keep up with your man. Absolutely. If Brighton wins, they'll get Champions League. No, they can get Europa League. I believe they can get Europa League. The maximum they can get. Let me have a look. I think here comes Luke Shaw, though, on the attack. Here comes Manchester United. Mbumo. He's giving away the ball. What is the lowest place that can qualify for Europe in the Premier League this season? So the lowest place that qualifying will be is 8th place. So the 8th place, so first to 5th Champions League, 6th to 7th qualify for the Europa League. So the 7th place will go to the Europa League. The 8th place will go to the Conference League. That's how it is at the moment. So Brighton, in theory, are fighting for the Europa League. So are a couple of other teams. Sunderland and Brentford are also fighting for the Europa League. They're also fighting for the Conference League as well. So up to 8 places in Europe next season. Unbelievable. 5 places in the Champions League. Unbelievable. Of course, if Aston Villa finished outside of the top 5, 6 teams will qualify for the Champions League. Unbelievable. I sent you a test email for my company email. Thank you so much, Irfan. I'll test it out a bit later on when I finish the stream. Definitely. Thanks, Irfan. Appreciate you, man. Grayo, the legend, the Grayo of legends. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Buongiorno, afternoon, brother. Hope you are. Really sorry I was so tired this morning. I didn't see your reply to your opinion on England squad. No problem, man. No problem. I think we all know what's the England problem. I think that Harry Maguire situation was a little bit, weird, sinister, I think. Honestly, I think there's a lot of players being left out that squad that shouldn't be left out the squad. I mean, Elliot Hall should be there, in my opinion. Adam Wharton should be there. Don't know what he's playing at, mate. Is it sabotage? Who knows? Sal is praying that PSG, and I'm not even exaggerating, PSG have to save football on the 30th of May. They have to save football on the 30th of May. I'm not even exaggerating that. This is not a soundbite. This is not a sensationalist little quote here. PSG have to save football on the 30th of May. And that's what I would say about that, Grayo, even though I'm Welsh, I'll be sporting in home nations. Gutted for Harry. Please, everyone, can you smash a like and subscribe button here? And 150,000 subscribers. Come on, Grayo. Thank you so much. We'll get there, guys. We're already midway through 14,100. Let's get to 100. Let's move it up to 14,200 now, and let's just slowly move up to 15,000. Of course, ultimately get to 20,000. Then we go for that. We're looking at that obviously 100,000 mark as well, aren't we? Ultimately, absolutely. Yeah, I'll be supporting all the home nations. I'll be supporting. I'll be supporting England, of course. Who was it? Scotland, of course. I'll be watching them definitely 100%. Shame Ireland, ain't it? That would have been a crack, isn't it? Ireland in the World Cup in America, but absolutely. Legend Bobby, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Good to see you today, of course. Jaffa. Hey, Jaffa, what's going on? I hope West Ham win tonight and Spurs lose so that it becomes clear that they are not in the top. That they are not on the top 6. West Ham deserve to be in the league rather than Spurs. Maybe, but if West Ham don't get relegated, they might keep Bruno, but they might keep Mateus Fernandes, and then I think Spurs are useless. I think Spurs deserve to go down, but I would prefer West Ham because I like West Ham players more, and I think Man United could possibly acquire a couple of those players, including Mateus Fernandes, who I rate very highly. Big up Antoine, how you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you, of course. Jaffa, come on, United, end of the season win, and the best of Bruno get that record. Let's go, guys. Absolutely. Brighton is playing for Champions League tonight. What do you think, Sal? Will they make it? They can't get Champions League, Asif. They can't get Champions League. They're playing for Europa League, mate. The highest they can get is 7th place. What's the highest? Is the highest European achievement for Brighton this season. So the highest achievement for Brighton is Europa League, basically. So they can get Europa League, not Champions League. EPL table. So they can only get Europa League. At the moment, Liverpool in the Champions League place. 6 places doesn't go down to the Champions League. It only goes up to 5 because Aston Villa are going to finish in the top 4. Only if Aston Villa finish below the top 4, it would move down to there. Because what I'm looking at, guys, what I'm looking at, Asif, is the Champions League. Only if Aston Villa finish outside, it would go down to 6 places. They can't happen. That can't happen. It's not going to happen. And also, Bournemouth have a far superior goal difference to Brighton above them. So Bournemouth have got 3 points ahead of Brighton, but Bournemouth have 10 plus 10 more than them. So unless Brighton, no, I'm not even going to say it, but so basically, even if Brighton win today, Bournemouth will still be ahead of them in 6th. And that would obviously acquire Aston Villa coming out of the top 5. So I don't think that's going to happen. Europa League for them, most likely scenario. Bobby, some United fans want Brighton to win so Chelsea don't get European football. Are they having a laugh? I never wish United to lose. No chance. No, Bobby. These people are so... Look, listen, guys, I believe in fair game. I've always believed in fair game. I remember Man United and had a chance to win the league in 1995. Ultimately, we didn't win the league. We lost it to Blackburn Rovers. Liverpool, we needed a favour from Liverpool, right? And we needed Liverpool to beat Blackburn at Anfield, okay? And Liverpool weren't playing for nothing. And as we know, Liverpool and Man United are the biggest rivals probably in Europe, 1 or 2 of the biggest rivals. Liverpool beat Blackburn. They didn't need to beat Blackburn, but they beat them. And all Man United needed to do was beat West Ham, right? And we drew 1-1, right? And from that moment, I realized, guys, that it's all about fair game. We win our game. Chelsea are not going to be in the Champions League. It doesn't affect us. It really doesn't. It doesn't affect us. In fact, it helps English football, and that's what I care about that because obviously finances and stuff like that. But yeah, I never want my team to lose. Never. Even if I was pushed to it. Even if it meant Man United, Liverpool win the league. If we don't win, if we win, Liverpool. If we lose, Liverpool won't win the league. If we win, Liverpool will win the league. Even that. Here come Ahmad. Ahmad out wide here. Cross comes in and straight at the keeper. Verbruggen. Big up, Benny. I hope you're doing well, my friend. I hope you're blessed, my friend. Good to see you. This game is always going to be. It's always going to be a snooze fest. Yes, I had a feeling this is going to have like a pre-season feeling about it. Do you know? Definitely pre-season feeling. Don't worry, I've got my popcorn, guys. Yeah, it's empty. Our midfield is being bullied. Of course, we've got Mason Mount in midfield. No surprise there. I would have played Jim Freights, man. I would have played Jim Freights all day long. Why is Baleba bench for 40-year-old? I know it's a miracle, isn't it, JDC? I don't know why. Carlos Baleba, this such highly rated, trust me, bruv, inshallah player is on the bench. I don't understand it. Their biggest game of the season. I really don't understand it. Do you? Can someone explain it to me? Boring football again, Sal. Yeah, I expected this for this game, though. I'll be honest with you. I expected the last game of the season to be won. It's never entertaining, the last game of the season. You know, Aston Villa have Liverpool in a Champions League spot. Yeah. So I'm going to be latest scores. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be checking through the latest scores, EPL scores as well, and keeping you up to date with that, guys, as well, guys. Look, guys, some people were telling me Fulham 1, Newcastle 0, another loser team in Newcastle. Some people were telling me, Sal, you need to do a watch along for West Ham and Tottenham and blah, blah, blah. I said, no, I do not miss Man United games. Man United is my team. I don't miss Man United, you know, and that's as simple as that. Do you know what I mean? Man City 0, Aston Villa 0, Brighton 0, Man United 0, of course. Fulham 1, Newcastle 0, Spurs 0, Everton 0 still, Liverpool 0, Brentford 0. Burnley 0, Wolves 1 currently, guys. And in regards to West Ham 0, Leeds 0 still, Forest 0, Bournemouth 0, Sunderland 0, Chelsea 0, Palace 0, Arsenal 0, guys, at the moment. Those are the latest score. Nothing is given at the moment, and 20 minutes have gone in these games. Asif. Sal, Villa winning the Europa League made them qualifying to the champs already. I guess that extra spot payment is available. I may be wrong. No, it's only available if Aston Villa finish below the top 5. That's the only way it's available. So no, sadly, it's not available. Let me have a look. So the lowest team that can go down is 6th. So the lowest position that can we get in the Champions League, as far as I'm aware, is I believe it is. I think it is 5th, to be honest with you. So yeah, look, even if it is 6th place, Brighton win today. They are -10 behind Bournemouth. Asif, this is what I'm saying. Bournemouth are ahead of them by +10 goals. They're not going to get there. They're not going to get there. So, how many teams can qualify from Champions League in the Prem 26-27? All right. Okay, let's have a look at this. Up to 6 teams, okay? So, right, we've got already Aston Villa qualified, right? Aston Villa's already qualified for the Champions League, okay? So then we got Arsenal, Man City, Man United, Liverpool, Bournemouth. No Brighton. So Villa, United, City, Arsenal, Liverpool, guys. I think it's only 5 places. 5 places. The only way is, I mean, even if it is 6 places, Brighton can't do it because they've got 54, but Bournemouth have got 57. So, as far as I'm aware, it's very complicated, but Brighton can't do it. They just put Brighton out of it. They can't do it. They've got -10 goal difference. Hey, Kieran, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Big up yourself. Benny, trying to watch, and my daughter, Dad, send me money on Revolt. What is Revolt? I'm sounding really old, but what is that? Morning, Sal, my guy. Big up, my friend. So much for the youth playing today. The hell is this? I know, mate. I know. It's one of my biggest concerns about Michael Carrick. I'll be honest. It is one of my biggest concerns. I'm a little bit concerned about his lack of youth playing. Gosh, I pray West Ham beat Leeds and Everton thump Spurs. We all wish. However, what I would say, Kieran, we got to look at things from a business point of view, right? We have no affiliation with Spurs. Spurs not our rival. We have no affiliation with West Ham. In fact, we should hate West Ham more. Let me tell you why. West Ham have cost us 2 titles in history, right? Turned up on one day. If West Ham get relegated, Mateus Fernandes will be handing in a transfer request. We will be getting to Mateus Fernandes. Who on earth are we going to get from Spurs? Who are we going to get from Spurs? I'm thinking plainly, on a selfish point of view, for Man United. So for me, I would much rather West Ham go down so we can get Mateus Fernandes, in my opinion. That's it, you know? Absolutely. City just scored 1-0 to City. Fortunately, they're not going to win the league this season. For them, absolutely. Where were we? Only goal so far from Wolves. It's been a boring afternoon so far, guys. Thank you, everyone who's joined me. Nice to see. So this season, the top 6 will qualify for the Champions League. So this game is so important for Brighton. No wonder they played well, guys. Brighton are 7th, not 6th. Even if Bournemouth lose and Brighton win, they have to do a 10-goal swing. It's not going to happen, guys. Read the league. Read the league. Come on, guys. You know, the league is open on Google. You know, open it on Google. Look at it. They can't get Champions League football, Brighton. Yeah? That's it. Bernard. Watching the Man United and West Ham match, but nothing special. Yeah, I know, mate. I'm watching United, but you know what? Just chilling along with that game until it's on. Fulham scored. Fulham have scored. Guys, thank you so much. Yeah, I said that earlier, I think. Big up, Kieran. Benny, come on, Sal. Put part of your being in the East End, boy. Want West Ham to stay up? Absolutely not. The last thing a Leighton lad wants, a Leytonstone lad wants is West Ham to stay up. West Ham were trying to squash Leighton Orient, mate. You know, at the end of the day, I'm not having West Ham. F West Ham. You know, I have no affiliation to West Ham. I'm an East Ender. West Ham represent Essex for me. Kenny, even though they're in Stratford. Kenny, for me, West Ham should get relegated. I couldn't care less about Spurs staying up. So then you don't want Mateus Fernandes then, Kenny. Yeah? Because then he's going to be astronomically more expensive. Think about that. Why are we hating on Spurs or creating this rivalry with Spurs? Are we down in our low expectations here? What's going on, Kenny? Only spots available now, Europa League and Conference League. Exactly, Kieran. Exactly. Yeah. No, Bournemouth cannot qualify for Europe. The reason Bournemouth cannot qualify for Europe is because the only way the Champions League teams go down to 6 is if Aston Villa finish outside the top 4. That's the only way. The top 5. So Aston Villa would have to finish outside the top 5 because they've already got Europa League. They get the Europa League. Then the league goes down. It goes one more down. Right? Then it goes to 6th. But that's not going to happen. It goes to, I mean, it can even go to 7, but it's going to go to Bournemouth, isn't it? Big up. Revolut is like Venmo, very popular. The one thing's for certain, guys, is that Brighton cannot qualify for the Champions League. That's it. Only Bournemouth can qualify for the Champions League today. That's it. The heat wave in the UK is unbearable, like the Arsenal fan base. I don't envy you guys about Arsenal. I'm glad I'm far away from them. You know, I see them online as well. I mean, they're absolutely obnoxious, man. They're so obnoxious. Wait. I think Sunderland just scored against Chelsea. Have they? Let me have a look. Oh, there you go. Hold on. Where is it? Where is the scores here? Bloody hell. Oh, I'm all the way down there. No wonder. Let me get to the top. Sunderland won. No. Where are we? Spurs 0, Newcastle. Why does it keep going down? Bloody hell. Yeah, I've got to get all the way back to the top. Goodness me. Thank you for keeping me updated, guys. I'm trying to get to the top of this damn thing. Hold on. Yeah. So at the moment, it's Man City 1, Aston Villa 0, Brighton 0, Man United 0, Fulham 1, Newcastle 0, Spurs 0, Everton 0, Liverpool 0, Brentford 0, Burnley 0, Wolves 1 as we stand, guys. As we stand. Yeah. I can't see the score at the moment. It's ridiculous. But let me just get the table. So at the moment, Sunderland are 1-0 up against Chelsea. Chelsea, as we stand, guys, as we stand right now, Chelsea will be 10th in the Premier League table. Wow. 10th in the Premier League table. Sunderland will be 8th, guys. Brentford moved down to 9th, guys. And that is the thing, you know. Wow. They're going to have a 10th place. I mean, after all that they said last season. Don't want Spurs to go down because expressions will have to do a Champions League championship watch-alongs. Big up then. I'm thinking about Man United. I'm thinking about Mateus Fernandes. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking more on the lines of that than anything else. Because I believe he'll be a fantastic signing for Man United if we manage to sign Mateus Fernandes, in my opinion. Definitely. Benny, I hope that guy that put £1,000 on Sunderland to finish in the top 10 at 25-1. Great bet. Wow. He's going to win 25 grand. I mean, who puts £1,000 on a bet though? Wow. Like that. You must have money to do that in the first place, right? To put £1,000 on Sunderland to finish in the top 10, you know, at 25-1, you know, you got to be rich anyway, because that obviously is a very low chance of happening. I did predict a good season for Sunderland. I said it at the beginning of the season. People could scroll back at the beginning of the season. I said that Sunderland, they're going to have a good season this season, you know. Big up, Asiv. You know, it's that type of game when we are speaking about app-based bank. I know, mate. We're speaking about V-Volt. Do you know what I mean? In a minute, we're going to be speaking about, you know, physiotherapy and bad backs and, you know, ankle pain and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's what we're going to do in a moment. But Man United. Well, speaking of ankle pain, Luke Shaw is walking and limping, guys. He knows he's not in the World Cup squad, so I think he's all right now. He can put off the app now. He can put off the app now, definitely. Spurs are not our rival. They are not even our competitive position. I want West Ham to get relegated so we can get Mateus Fernandes. In my opinion, potential is astronomical. Exactly that, JTC. This is what Man United, if your priority is Manchester United, this is what we should be focusing on. Mateus Fernandes, we will get a clean ride, an open goal to Mateus Fernandes if West Ham get relegated. That's it. You know, and it'll be cheaper. And that'd be good for us, of course. Sunderland did score. Thank you so much, JTC. I'm watching 4 screens at once, keeping updated. Thank you so much. My Vidi printer, Kieran. Thank you so much. Big up. Yeah, I'm watching something called Man United against Brighton. God knows what it is because I'm watching it and it's a bit like watching David Attenborough, you know, I mean, describe football. Very boring game, to be honest with you. Big up. Asif, Chelsea back in a cave, the real place. They're back to default settings from the 90s, early 90s. See, we have Ipswich, Hull, and Coventry up for next season. Wow. Yeah, I'm pleased about Coventry because they're a proper Premier League club. They're one of the originators of that. They haven't been in the Premier League since 2001. I am pleased about Coventry City. I'm happy that they're in the Premier League. I am. Honestly, well played to Frank Lampard. Here come Brighton on the attack. Nothing there. Kobe Mainu. Passed out long towards Ahmad. It's going to go to Mbumo. Will it reach him? It does. It reaches Mbumo. What a ball. We've got to get in the box, Ahmad. Get in the box. Ahmad, no. It's a corner to Man United here. Mbumo tried it. Don't hit the ball with the outside of your foot. That's what I would say. Yeah, and Mbumo tried to pass it there. There was not enough players sprinting, busting the gut to get in the box, was there? There was, Mbumo crossed it there, and yeah. Well, it's a corner to Man United. Of course, the big guns will be coming up now. Maguire and Leacher, the big guns. Sam, would Brian Broby be a good striker signing for Man United? We wanted him before, didn't we? Want him before? We wanted him a while back. Depends how much they want for him. I want even Tony. I've said that from the beginning. I think Man United should bring even Tony back. They can get him for 20 million. You know, I want even Tony back. He's got 32 and 32 this season, 41 in all competitions. That's why he got in the England squad. I'll bring even Tony back. There's a corner for Manchester United. Cross comes in. Goal! What a goal. Patrick Dorgu. I told you about this guy. Patrick Dorgu has scored for Manchester United. What a bullet header, guys. Manchester United lead 1-0 against Brighton, guys. Great header from the superstar Patrick Dorgu. That's what we're talking about. Don't sleep on this guy. He is an absolute prospect, guys. Absolutely. Was it Dorgu? It was a great cross. Oh, Bruno's got the assist record, by the way, guys. Bruno has the assist record. Well done to Bruno. He's got the assist record, guys. Absolutely brilliant. Straight onto the plum on the head of Patrick Dorgu. Bruno Fernandes gets the assist record. Great all round. Great all round, guys. Absolutely brilliant all round, guys. Bruno Fernandes gets the record. Dorgu gets the goal. Dorgu's brilliant. Bruno, what a cross, guys. He gets the record. Congratulations to Bruno Fernandes. Guys, he's beaten the Thierry Henrys. He's beaten the Kevin De Bruyne's. He's beaten all these players there to get that record. Fantastic. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Happy days. We knew he was going to get it, didn't we? We knew it. And all of a sudden, this game comes to life. Man United won. Bruno, 0. Absolute 21 assists, Mark. Phenomenal. Most assists in Premier League history, guys. Unbelievable. Brilliant. We should bring Kadioglu to United. Yeah, we should. We were interested in him before he went to Brighton all those years ago. I think it's 2 years ago now. We were interested in him. And surprised we didn't get him. Absolutely brilliant for Bruno. Man United are going forward again. Luke Shaw on the attack. He's going forward. He takes another strike. Oh, that was a good shot, to be honest with you. If that went in the back of the net, my goodness me, I think we would have jumped up. Piers will be crying when he wins the player of the year. I think he's already done it, hasn't he? Toby Connor should be sold to Hull City. I think he's going to go back on loan there, as far as I'm concerned. I think Delight for Dorgu has been having a great season until injury. Absolutely. People for sleeping on this guy is brilliant. Manchester United are in the attack again. Straight to Mbumo. That wouldn't. Oh, goodness me. Come on, Mbumo. Now United sit on top of the ball all time. At least we got something to cheer about this season, Asif, in regards to trophies. That was a PFA. Well, got you, GDC. Yeah, but he's won everything so far. He just needs to win that, doesn't he? He's won the player of the season, the Premier League player of the season. The PFA player of the season is voted by the Players Football Association player of the season. So the PFA is voted by the players. I think that's the most important one because that's voted by your peers. He's won the Football Writers Player of the Season. He won the Premier League Player of the Season yesterday. He won it. Now he needs to win the Players FA, guys. Of course. So, Dorgu next season is going to be amazing. I agree. Very good player. We're lucky to have Patrick Dorgu there. Very good young player. So Bruno, let me have a look. He won the player of the season. So Bruno won the player of the season. So he needs to win the PFA now. So who wins the EA Sports Player of the Season? So that's the proper Premier League Player of the Season. But the main one is Players Player of the Season. So we need him to win that. So he's won the Football Writers Player of the Season, and he's won the Premier League Player of the Season, which is called the EA Sports Player of the Season, but it's the same thing. Sam, Manchester United need to sign Nordi Mukiele from Sunderland and his French teammate Costello Lokeba. Costello Lokeba, of course, is playing at Leipzig at the moment. Very good defender. I'm a big fan. Mukiele has been a fantastic season. And let's not forget also about Siddiqui of Sunderland as well. I think he's had a very good season as well. I think he's been brilliant as well. Mandem, we just need quality signings and this team will be cooking. I see us annihilating teams next season. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. I mean, we all spoke about Dorgu, didn't we? We said, we can talk about all the left midfielders and that. And I said, let's not forget about Patrick Dorgu here. Let's not do that, guys. Right, we've got about 6 minutes to half-time, guys, in this game. Brighton 0, Man United 1. He's amazing, mate. Absolutely, Bobby. Absolutely. We're giving me, imagine he didn't get injured. Imagine he didn't get injured. Trust me. We'll probably be second, you know. Anyway, here's Dorgu. Speaking of Dorgu, out to Mbumo. Bruno passes it to Mainu. Mainu tries to bring it into the box. He's still got the ball. Brilliant for Mainu. But Mainu, no one there. No one was there for him. No one was running into the box. They needed to support Mainu there. Ahmad and all those players. As soon as Mainu got that ball into the box, he did very well, Kobe Mainu. Other players needed to run into the box as well, you know, to give him an option. They need to anticipate a little bit more there. Happy for Bruno, hoping we can win the league. Exactly. Let's win the league now. That's the most important thing. And I'm sure Bruno would say exactly the same thing. Let's go and win the league, you know, and I'm sure he would say exactly the same thing, you know. Last game of the season, guys. Yeah, typical last game of the season, I think. It's a typical last game of the season. Here come Brighton. Brighton on the attack on the left-hand side. Kadioglu crosses it there. Chance for Brighton, and it's wide. That was a good chance there. I think it was Gomez. It was Gomez. He hit it wide. Yeah, that was a chance for Brighton there. We still need to be alert. So Mason Mount should join David Moyes at Everton. Yeah, look, you know, I'm disappointed he's in the midfield today. That header of Dorgu was amazing. And Bruno now thrones on top of the assist Premier League. Some have said he has tied Muller's record in Europe. I mean, look, what I would say is there's no better player to do it if he has. You know, fantastic. I don't know all the ins and outs and twists and turns, but one thing I would say is that now I think what Bruno deserves is that we deserve a Premier League trophy. That's what we deserve. That's what we need. And I was growing up, not necessarily Man United players having the best records in the Premier League, right? Far from it. But we won the trophies. And I think this is what we need to try and do now. Try and transcend the personal accolades into team accolades, you know. Chance of Brentford, they slice it again there. Ahmad kicks it away. Brentford had a couple of chances on that near post and they sliced both of them. Here come Ahmad. Ahmad out here wide. This is Martinez. Martinez to Ahmad there. Ahmad's on the right hand side, passing it back to Bruno. Bruno, can he get another assist? Can he get another assist? He's taking it slow. It's back here to Mainu. Back here to Bruno. So how much do you expect Kadioglu to cost if we bring? Well, when we could have signed him back in 2 years ago, we could have signed him for about 25 million back then. Now he's going to be 40 plus easily. I would have thought. Yeah. What I'm hearing is 40 plus. But he is a right footer playing on the left back, but he can play right back and he can play left back as well. He's versatile. He's a good player. Here comes Ahmad. Good play. And it's gone out and he's kicked it out. Bruno deserves to lift that Premier League trophy. So I wish next season he's got an opportunity because I don't think this league is strong and I think we can win it. I think we have to believe, we have to believe that we can win it. You know, I want to take that title from Arsenal. That would be a joy for me, you know. Ahmad should not pass back at the point he should try and take on. I agree, JDC. That's the point you need to, you know, elevate and try and get that ball into the box for an assist. Absolutely. It's a goal kick to Brighton. 3 minutes of half time plus injury time, guys. It's always a good game when Man United are winning, though, isn't it? Always a good game when Man United are winning. It's a great header, though. I'm looking back at that header. What a header. So much power. Look, the goalkeeper couldn't even see it. He couldn't even see it. It just went flashing past him. He didn't even see it. And Verbruggen's a good goalkeeper. Mainu. Luke Shaw. Dorgu. Back to Luke Shaw. Class that wide. Great ball from Bruno. Now here's Ahmad. Ahmad, this is your chance. Take him on the outside, mate. On the outside. Come on, bloody hell. Spurs have scored. Bernard. Spurs have scored. Spurs are 1-0 up against Everton. West Ham, as we speak, are going down. Here comes Man United again. Ahmad again. Great play for Man United. Brilliant. Great goal. Great goal. What a goal, guys. Man United, what a bitter play that was. That's what we're talking about. Man United 2, Brighton 0. That's the type of football we want to see. Absolutely brilliant type of football. Brilliant football. Man United 2, Brighton 0, guys. What a goal. Brilliant play from all the team, guys. That's how we should play. Absolutely brilliant. 2-0. Absolutely brilliant. Mbeumo, glad Mbeumo's got the goal. Really happy that Mbeumo's got the goal as well. Great play, great improvisation. Was that Bruno again? And Ahmed with a great piece of improvisation there. Great play all round, guys. A brilliant, brilliant goal. Ahmed passes it. No, it's Mason Mount. Fair play to Mason Mount. Mason Mount to Ahmed. Bruno, Mbeumo had the simple task of passing it into the back of the net. Absolutely. That's the United we remember. Absolutely, Benny. Great, great goal. Great goal. Ahmed gets an assist. Fabulous. Brilliant. Ahmed really needed that assist, and Mbeumo needed that goal. Absolutely, Jale. Delighted for them. Brilliant. And listen, guys, that little pass from Mason Mount, nice one. Really good, guys. That was total football at its best. That's what Man United used to do, guys. People don't understand. That's what we used to do every single week, guys. Every single week. Commodore just said the Brighton has to work hard to keep their Champions League dream alive. I'm confused now. There's no Champions League for Brighton. There's not. There's not. There's no Champions League for Brighton. Brighton cannot qualify for Champions League. Europa League, Asif. Europa League. Right now, Brighton are 8th. So 8th place gets Conference League. 7th place gets Europa League. So at the moment, Sunderland are taking their Europa League place. Not Champions League, Europa League, Asif. All right? They can't get it. There's a difference between UCL and ECL. You know what I mean? Just to let you know. They're in the Conference League right now. But if they lose, they're going to Conference League, they'll lose, guys. Great team goal, Dylan. Absolutely. Like vintage old times. Vintage old times. So let me just explain it. All right. Okay. 6 teams qualify for the European Championship League this season. Right. Because English teams performed well in the UEFA Champions League this season, the Premier League has earned an extra Champions League qualification spot, the European performance spot. As a result, the 6th place team can be upgraded to the Champions League if the following exact conditions are met. Only the 6th. Okay. Aston Villa finished 5th because the 5th place is the last Champions League position. So only the 6th place can get into the Champions League, right? Not the 7th, not the 8th, only the 6th place. So Aston Villa must win the Europa League, which they've done. Aston Villa must drop down to 5th place in the Premier League table. That means that the 6th place will get Champions League football. All right, so that's that. Now, if Villa wins the Europa League, they have already qualified for the Champions League through their trophy win. If they also drop below another team to finish 5th in the domestic table, their extra Champions League spot is passed down, allowing a team that finishes 6th to enter the Champions League. Brighton cannot finish 6th this season. They can finish 7th, right? There is no way that Brighton can finish 6th. They are plus 10 behind Bournemouth. So what Bournemouth are relying on is for Aston Villa to finish below to 5th place and Liverpool to finish 4th, basically. That's what they're looking for at the moment. So as we stand, Aston Villa are losing, but Liverpool are drawing. So if Liverpool win, Liverpool will have 62 points, the same as Aston Villa, but will have a superior goal difference. Right, so that will move Liverpool up to 4th. That means that Aston Villa will finish 5th, and the 6th team, which will be Bournemouth, will qualify for the Champions League. Even if Brighton win against Man United, They will have 56 points, the same as Bournemouth. But like I said, they have plus 10 less goals, minus 10 less goals. I hope I've explained it, guys. There you go. This is a good result against Brighton, who had the chance of getting Champions League. I know if they lose today, they'll be in a Conference League. Probably. But you know what I would say also is that Sunderland and Brentford have a chance of Conference League as well. So they can drop down, depending on their results. UEFA equals Conference League, yeah. They're going to be in a Conference League. Brighton cannot qualify for the Champions League. That's impossible. Brighton cannot qualify for the Champions League. No. Spurs are 1-0 up, by the way. They are staying up. West Ham are going down. West Ham are 0-0 in their game as well, guys. They're 0-0. So far, West Ham are going to get relegated, guys. It's West Ham who will be relegated. We're half-time in this game, by the way, guys. 2-0 to Man United. Great first half, guys. West Ham are getting relegated as we speak. That's what's going on right now, guys. No problem, my friend. No problem, Asif. No problem. Guys, bear me a second as well. Thank you, guys, for being so patient. Yeah, 2-0 to Man United, guys. Right, now, let's have a look at this. Right, let me get this up. Bye-bye, West Ham. So, let's get this up. Let me get it on the Premier League website. Okay, so let's go there and let's have a look at this. So the table as we stand. Let me share this with you guys. So we're going to be having a look at the table now, guys. I'm just going to share this with you lot. Let me just share this screen. Share screen. Premier League. There we go. So let's have a look at this table. Let's have a look at what we're looking at the moment. Yeah. Sorry if it's a little bit slow. Okay, so here we go. So the Champions League team so far. So this is what we're looking at the moment. Brighton all the way down in 8th, guys. So what we're looking at the moment, we're looking at if Liverpool win, Liverpool be on 62 points alongside Aston Villa. Currently, Liverpool are drawing. So they'll be in 62 points with Aston Villa. The goal difference is for astronomical, not astronomical, but +3 higher. So likely Liverpool will move into the 4th place, guys, and Aston Villa drop into 5th. That would give an opportunity for Bournemouth, who are on 56 points. Bournemouth will then qualify for the Champions League because that extra spot moves one down if Aston Villa finish below Liverpool. Now, Liverpool can do the Premier League a favour, and Aston Villa can also do the Premier League a favour. If Aston Villa lose today and Liverpool win, that means that Bournemouth could qualify for the Champions League, and in my opinion, they would deserve that. In my opinion, They got 56 points at the moment. And Sunderland have got 54. Sunderland are not going to do anything. But if Brighton win, Brighton will have 56 points as well. Okay? So Brighton, but here is the key. This here, goal difference. So Brighton have plus 45. I believe it is. Is it plus 45? Yeah. Goal difference, not plus 45. Wait a second. Yeah, so goal difference is 7 for them. Okay. They got more goal difference, I think. Yeah. So plus 45. Bournemouth is 54. 54 goals, I believe. I think what they have to do to qualify for the Champions League, Brighton would have to come back from this game, I think, and win the game. I think that's how I think. They have to win the game and hope that everything goes their way. You know, right now. They're not going to win today. That's what I would say. So they're not going to win today. So I think it is goal difference. I think it is something like that. But that's where we are. Aston Villa, as we stand, are fourth. So nobody's getting number 6 at the moment. This is how we stand. And Man United are there. There we are. Absolutely. Right. Big up everyone in the stream, guys. Thank you, everyone who's joined me today. Really appreciate you. Man United are winning by 2-0 in this final game of the season. They're actually, bye-bye West Ham. Bye-bye West Ham. There actually might be an opportunity. The only way Brighton can qualify for the Champions League, basically they have to beat Man United. Bye, Wesley. Bye, West Ham. Yeah, we're going to get Bruno. We're going to get Mateus Fernandes. Absolutely. Sal, any news on Tonali? As far as I'm aware, Man United are deep in conversations with Tonali at the moment. Manchester United feel that they can get a deal done for Tonali. It does depend, obviously, on West Ham going down. That is a big stipulation. It looks like West Ham will be going down. So I think that he will hand in the transfer request, and Tonali will, in my opinion, will be coming to Man United. He will have other teams, who will be interested in him as well. There will be other teams as well. There'll be other teams who are interested in Tonali as well. Definitely, 100%. There'll be other teams interested in him as well. Colin, big up yourself. Looks like West Ham are going down. It looks that way, of course. Going down is good for us. Yeah, it's good for us. Yeah. So as we stand, guys, it will be just 5 teams in the Champions League as we stand. Liverpool need to win to give the Premier League another place in the Champions League. And will Liverpool do that? Will Liverpool give the Premier League another spot? Knowing them, they probably won't, will they? They'll probably be selfish and take it all for themselves, guys. You know, absolutely. They'll probably take it all for themselves. Big up, everyone. Don't forget to smash a like on the video. If you can do that for me, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you, guys, who's joined me today. Waiting for the second half, guys. Just waiting along. Sam, Bruno will make it 22 today. I hope so. More the merrier. How you doing, Sam? I'm well. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing blessed. Hope you're good. I'm well, thank you. Good to see you. Hope you're well too. Yeah, look, guys, easy win for Man United so far. It's never easy at the Amex. When Man United play Brighton, it's usually a difficult game, isn't it? Wesley, so do you think Man United need another striker? Yeah. Because I don't think Mbeumo's a striker, and I think when we're going to be playing in the Champions League, we need a backup for Sesko. Definitely. I'm hearing that we might be looking at even Tony, you know? Even Tony, 32 goals and 32 appearances, 41 in all competitions. I think even Tony will be a brilliant signing for Man United, in my opinion. I really do think so. Yeah. So, how many can Man United score today? That's a good one. Will Man United win 3 or 4-0 today? Well, that would be a turn up for the books, isn't it? Be nice. Nice little end to the season if we can do that. It would be a nice little end to the season if Man United can manage to do that. It'd be great to win 3 or 4-0. I don't think Brighton are not at the races at all. Brighton have got to realise that, you know, they need to win. You know, they need to win. But this is what we're saying. Like, nothing is guaranteed in football. Nothing is guaranteed in football. and they have to go out there and they have to play. Man United are playing. We're being fair to every other team. I wish other teams would play like this when we need them to win, because people don't do it for us. Bobby, I thought it would be a difficult today. Well, with Brighton having to lose, etc. Brighton have to win. Yeah, Brighton have got to play for. Obviously, they got European football to play for. So Brighton needed to win. Man United don't need to win at all. I actually thought that this will be a game where it'll be a difficult game for Man United. It's not. It's been one of the easiest games we played against Brighton in recent memory. To be honest with you. Brighton always give us a difficult time, don't they? Usually when we go to the Amex, they always give us a difficult time. But yeah, look, guys, we need to build up the World Cup crew, guys. We need to get the crew together for the World Cup, guys. We're going to have a World Cup party and stuff like that before. And we're going to be watching the World Cup, guys, for a month and a bit, isn't it? Is it a month? And that's going to be interesting, guys. It's coming up thick and fast, guys. There's no space in between. After the season's finished, I think it June the 11th or something like that. Then it's the World Cup, and then we're going to be, carrying on and stuff like that. Be interesting to see. It's going to be a good tournament. Hopefully, it'd be interesting to see. But it's better than having football than no football. But before that, of course, we got the Champions League final, which is, guys, one of the most I've ever supported a team other than Man United. The most is going to be PSG. For that game only, this is the most I'm ever going to support a team that is not Man United. I know it sounds shameful, but it's the way it is. Hey, Alison, how you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Evening, Sal. How have you been coping with the annoying Arsenal fans there? I'm in the UAE, so I don't really get to see them here, Alison. I don't really get to see them here. So I'm glad they're over there. However, I'm on social media quite a lot, so I do see them on there, and I just ignore them. I ignore them. They're like irritable little children to me. So I just ignore them and think, you know what? Just let them be. Let them enjoy their moment. I'll be enjoying Paris Saint-Germain, giving it to them on the 30th of May. That's what I'm going to be doing. I will be doing that quite, I will actually be celebrating Paris win that game. We can't have Arsenal winning that. And what a way to send us off into the World Cup, eh? It will hurt Arsenal if they lose the Champions League final. Because I'm telling you right now, that is what they want. They've won the league. They're happy about that. But they've never won the Champions League. They'd be dying to win the Champions League, they'd be dying to win the Champions League. I don't believe there's certain content creators who should be celebrating Arsenal winning the league, considering they were against Arteta all season, in my opinion. They're frauds. We all know who they are. Celebrating when they went against Arteta all season. There was people actually made merch, guys, merchandise, Arteta houts and things like that. Where are they gone? Shameful, man. Shameful. Absolute shameness. 93% accuracy on passing today from Bruno Fernandes. Unbelievable. Player of the half is Mbeumo. Brilliant. 5.2 kilometers, guys. Just put this in perspective, guys. A 5K run. And Mbeumo's done 5 kilometers today. Already. And it's only half time. There we go. Just waiting for the second half, guys. Just waiting for the players to come out. There is a player. I think it's Minter who's coming on. I'm surprised he was on the bench today. I think it is Minter. Yeah, Minter's going to be coming on. I'm surprised he's on the bench. Why ain't Baleba coming on, guys? Can someone answer me this question? Why isn't the world's best player, Carlos Baleba, who's, trust me, bruv, based on a hunch FC, why is he not coming on the pitch right now? I don't understand this, guys. Can someone explain this to me in Brighton's biggest game in the season that Baleba's not playing? I don't understand it. Please enlighten me with this conundrum, guys. I want to know why. Luke Shaw not coming on in the second half? Why is he sock all the way down like that? Is Luke Shaw not coming on in the second half? He is, but he looks like worse for wear. He looks a little bit worse. Baleba, Stinker, and Hooked incoming. Imagine he comes on the pitch, Kenny, and then he comes off the pitch. Imagine that, you know. If the board want, so see the board needs the 7 players, 3 midfielders, striker, left winger. They need a lot, mate. 3 midfielders isn't even touching the surface of what we need. We need a lot. Absolutely. Man United are looking at all sorts of players. We've got news about Josh Achiampang of Chelsea, the right back, centre back, England under 21 international has been linked to Man United. You know, we got a few players being linked to Man United at the moment. We're going to get more. They've got a lot of work to do. As long as the players that they bring in are players of quality, that's what matters. Kickoff in the second half, guys. We're ready to go. Maybe he is on his way to United. Look, Wesley, no. I don't think they'll be leaving him on the bench in their biggest game of the season if he's their best player. This is a chance to qualify for major European competition. No. Looks like an own goal, but the goal was given to Dorgus, but somehow there's the doubt whether it should be an assist. It technically, it was an own goal. Technically. Because it came off the crossbar, in my opinion, like you said, Irfan, and it hit the goalkeeper, went in. But I think they're giving him the benefit of the doubt. Good for Dorgu. Let's hopefully he keeps it. The Villa finishes 5th, 8th place will play Champions League. If Villa finish 5th, 6th place will qualify for the Champions League, not 8th, Irfan. 6th, not 8th. 6th place. 8th place qualifies for you. Can qualify for the Conference League. That's it. If Villa qualify, if finish 5th, the highest place that can get Champions League football is 6th place. That's it. No 8th. I got you, bro. God, man, can you imagine 8 teams go to the Champions League? 6 is a lot. Andre Kanchelskis and Lee Sharp were both better than modern day wingers. Yes, of course they were. Yeah. I can give you a whole load of names that are better than wingers these days. Loads of them. And people won't agree with me, but there's loads of names that would be better. Well, Brighton have to start this game quickly. Been impressed with Nus Mazraoui as a right back today. I've always been impressed with him in the full back position. It's good to see him there, guys. Absolutely. Let's hope Man United carry on. Let's go help Man United get another couple of goals just to end the season on a high. And let's hopefully we could do that. If Man United can end the season on a high, it'd be good. It's nice to go off on good vibes, of course. Oh, that nearly went there. It nearly fell. It's out here wide. Now, here's Ahmad. Ahmad is onside. He's onside Dorgu. Dorgu to Ahmad. Ahmad. 3-0. No, Bruno, 3-0. Bruno, 3-0. Another goal for Bruno. Another ding on the old thing, guys, on the old statistic chart. Great, another great goal for Man United. They might look at that for offside. Are they looking at for offside? It might have been, you know. No, that's onside. That's onside. Is that onside? They're going to check it VAR. We're going to have to look at VAR. It's a great finish. That was a great finish. Great finish. Are they doing the VAR? Come on. I thought that was onside. Yeah, it's annoying, isn't it? Bruno's annoyed. The VAR is going on. The VAR is going on. He's going to check it now. He's on, man. He's on. He's on. He's on there. He's on. Goal. See? He's on. Told you. He's way on. It's a goal. 3-0 to United, guys. We are cruising, guys. It's a goal for Man United. We are cruising. 3-0 to United now, guys. Another one, guys. Absolutely. And welcome to the party, Asif. Slow.com. Big up, Asif. Big up, Bobby. Absolutely. Yeah, a goal. Way onside, man. I could see that with the naked eye. It was onside. And it was Dorgu was running there, but played him way onside, man. Way onside. Cruise control today. Time to unleash Lacey. I think so. I think so as well. Way onside there, man. That ain't even close, guys. He's way onside there. 3-0 to United, guys. Cruise control. This is what it's all about. It's how United should be playing all the time. Yeah, well, they're in big trouble now, Brighton, isn't it? Massive trouble. They're in massive trouble now. VR is going for us. What the hell? It must be our lucky day, Mark. Can you believe it? Absolutely. Can you believe it? Let's not forget, though. Let's not forget. What, Allison? Bruno really having a good end to the season. He is. Now, who says Bruno doesn't deserve Premier League Player of the Year? Neville and Roy can suck it now. No, he deserves Player of the Season, but I wouldn't say that about Roy Keane, because Roy Keane won things for Man United. I know what Roy Keane's saying, right? Roy Keane's saying that we shouldn't be celebrating individual records. We shouldn't be jumping up and down and celebrating it like it's a trophy. And I almost for, and I actually agree with that. I agree we shouldn't be, because when I was growing up, Man United didn't care about individualism. They cared about the team. This is what we need to care about next season. It's great he's got the record. Congratulations. But I get Roy Keane. And if anyone doesn't get Roy Keane, they haven't been watching Man United a long time. That's what Roy Keane was on the pitch. He was like that on the pitch. Forget about your individualism. Go out there and win the title. And I agree with that. I really do. I do. Gary Neville's another question. I don't care about Gary Neville. But what Roy Keane said, I don't think there's any problem with that. I really don't. I wouldn't say suck it to a Man United legend. I wouldn't say that, Asif. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The guy won a flipping treble, mate. If we are near and RC Player of the Season, Needy on fraud watch. Yeah, they tried to stop that goal. Here comes Man United on fire at the moment, guys. Man United. If this is carrot ball, I'm all in for the players. Yeah, I just think that team's a down tool, mate. I don't think these teams are in it for the last couple of games. This is too easy. Man United play well when I want to see Man United when they're under pressure next season. Man United play well when there's no pressure. This has been like that for ages. When there's no pressure, Man United play well. We've done that for years. It's when the pressure's on, that's when we have a problem. Here come United again. Ahmad. Good save by Verbruggen. Man United are dominant today. Brighton ain't up for it today. I do believe that we play better without Dalot. I think we play better without Dalot. I think Mazraoui on the right is much better. I do think we play better. Corner to United. Cross comes in. Yeah, like I said, Kevin, no pressure. Man United always play well with no pressure. I'm going to wait until next season to make my evaluation, mate. Let's see. Let's see. We've always played well when there's no pressure on the game. I think I've seen that over the last couple of years. Like United, when there's nothing playing for it, we don't. Do you think we should keep Harry Amass? I don't think he's. I'm not really been keeping up to date with Harry Amass. Um, I don't think he's had a very good season. I'm not sure. Collier's had a decent season. Of course, Hull City got promoted. He's had a decent season. I think he should stay at Hull City one more season and play in the Premier League, see how he does. I probably wouldn't bring him back, no. I'll probably put him back on loan. I don't think he's good enough, in my opinion, at this moment. But he'd be good for the squad, if we don't sign it, This was like Arsenal winning games without pressure. Yeah. It's without pressure. Me too, Marky Mark, guys, me too, absolutely. He doesn't brush. If you watch Thingy, he was been complimenting Bruno recently, Asif. He's just saying don't celebrate individual accolades, and he's right, at the end of the day. He's right. I don't celebrate like that, individual accolades, because I want Man United to be winning. I'm glad he's got the record. Fantastic for him. That's great. But as Man United, we got to stop focusing so much. And I know you love him, Asif. I love him too. It's our player. But at the end of the day, right, we got to think about the success of Man United. And what he said there was no problem with that, what he said. No problem with that. Only Man United fans who truly support Man United over the 90s and stuff like that know what Roy Keane means, right? Because we didn't celebrate individual accolades back in them days. We say congratulations, well done, but that was it. We didn't do that. And Roy Keane is absolutely spot on. Absolutely spot on. I would say. We didn't celebrate Rooney's records like that either. Rooney was winning Premier League titles, Asif. That's the difference. Rooney was winning league titles, my good man. He's won Premier League titles. He's won Champions League. Right? We got to stop getting into individualism. I would much rather Bruno have no records and be doing this. All right? Because I'm not interested in that. Arsenal are bantering us. And they should. Because it doesn't matter, really. It doesn't. Individualism does not matter. It doesn't for me. It matters about Man United winning titles. Who was the top scorer for Man United in 1997? You don't know, do you? No one cares. It's about winning the league. And that's what I'll say about it. And I have no problem with what Roy Keane said. Absolutely none. Only new school snowflakes have a problem with it. With what Roy Keane said, for me. I have no problem with it. Congratulations to Bruno. He got his record, but let's not make it about a Bruno Man United thing or Roy Keane sucks thing. Can suck it and all that business. Nah, not on this channel, man. Roy Keane's a flipping legend. I don't give a damn about it. You don't talk to a legend like that, my friend. If you want to talk about that, Al Ali are there to support Asif. You know what I mean? Not like that, man. Come on. You don't talk like that. Not Man United fans, not to our legends. I guess Tottenham, I'm going to be safe. They will be safe. Absolutely. They will be safe. Chance of Brighton, wide. Wide. Wide of the boat. Wide of the boat. Balaba's still not coming on for Brighton. Balaba's coming on now, guys. Balaba's coming on. Balaba will be on now. He's coming on. Let's see what he can do. He might get a hat trick. You never know. Let me have a look at the Here come Brighton on the attack. Left of the thing. It coming out. Clear it. All right, don't disrespect Eric Ten Hag, Samuel. Don't disrespect Eric Ten Hag. Eric Ten Hag is better than Arne Slot. Arne Slot had a Jurgen Klopp team to deal with, you know. Throwing to Brighton here. Throwing to Manchester United here on the near side, guys. 3-0 away to Brighton is a good result any day of the week. Great result. Here comes Dorgu. Dorgu wins it well there. Here's Managerial on the right-hand side. Passes it out towards Ahmad. Ahmad's got it on the right-hand side. He can cuts in again. Need an outrunner. And it's straight at the goalkeeper. Arne Slot is just an average manager. He is, yes. He's lost the team. He's going to be there next season, Sam. He's going to be there next season. Don't worry about that. He will be there next season. And we're loving it. We're loving it. I think Carrick's better than him. You know. It's a corner, is it? No, it's a goal kick to Man United. We got half an hour to go, guys. Half an hour to go in this game. Let's have a look at the scores. Let me just keep you updated with some of the scores, guys. Right. It's Man City 1, Aston Villa 2, guys, right now. Fulham 1, Newcastle 0, Spurs 1, Everton 0. Liverpool have scored. They're 1-0 up against Brentford. Burnley 1, Wolves 1. So as we stand, guys, as we stand right now, Sheer Lacey's coming on, guys. Sheer Lacey's coming on. Dorgu's coming off. Sheer Lacey's coming on. Looks like Sheer Lacey's coming on. Fair play. Gonna see him play now. Sheer Lacey, good to see him come on. Well played, Dorgu. Good performance. Well played. Let's see Sheer Lacey. Go and take your opportunity, mate. Take your opportunity. As we stand, Aston Villa equalised. So Bournemouth are not going to the Champions League at the moment. So Aston Villa, at this very moment in time, are jeopardising the opportunity of a Bournemouth qualifying for the Champions League. Why are they doing that? Why are they going hell for leather against Man City? And why? I don't get it. They're jeopardising the 6th place of the Champions League. Wow. Okay. This harms English football because it's not like they're playing for another team. 6th place gets Champions League football if they lose, but they're winning. Wow. Wow. Asif. Ten Hag won 2 trophies with Deadwood. Slot coveted goal to Dead. Yeah, exactly. We last this season Slot would bring down Liverpool's. We predicted that. Slot and Eric Ten Hag can't be compared because Ten Hag had a building job to do. You know, he had a lot of work to do, and there was a lot of toxicity, just like Ruben Amorim at the football club. You know what I mean? Lacey, mate, Mandem. Baleba can't even start in Brighton's most important game of the season, mate. I think that's what matters. That's what's the key point here. Anyway, come on, Shaya. Big up, Greg. Come on, Share Lacey. Will Chelsea sell us Joshua Chimpong? I think so, yes. He's only valued about 25 million. Man United could possibly get him. He's a very talented player, England under 21. There's a free kick for Brighton here, about 25 yards out. We got about 27 minutes left to go, guys, of the game. 27 minutes left of the game to go. Free kick to Brighton, dangerous position. Cover your right post, Lamans, if he covers his right post. In my opinion, Ten Hag is the worst manager for United. His signing cost us. I mean, I don't blame him, and I'll tell you why. Because he shouldn't have been choosing the transfers in the first place. It should have been the board. And that's why we needed a director of football at that time. Because all the transfers went through Ten Hag. And that shouldn't have been the case. Ten Hag had a dreadful window, right? However, He did bring in Licha Martinez. You know, I would say that. That's about it, though. Who else did he bring in? Can't even remember, to be honest with you. But he got Champions League football, didn't he? As well. He got Champions League football. He won 2 trophies, mate. Can't argue with that. He beat Man City in the final. Big up, Rajat. Do you think that Ursula is a good manager? To be honest, maybe. Yes, he is. The manager who manages, the manager who manages Stuttgart is a good manager. He's only 41. I think he's 41 or something like that. I think he's a good manager as well. My problem is he only signed the players from Ajax. Yeah, that was a problem, JDC. This is why he shouldn't have had the responsibility for the decisions like that. He had too much responsibility for the players that were brought in, you know. But let's be honest with ourselves, guys. When Erik ten Hag was manager of Man United, I hate thinking back then, but when he was manager of Man United, many people were saying, let's get Onana. Loads of people, I remember it in the stream. I remember loads of people saying, let's go and get Onana, let's go and get Onana. Loads of people were saying it. Do you know what I mean? As it stands, Tottenham are looking good to stay up. They're staying up, mate. They only need a draw. I was rewatching an old Sky Sports video when Manchester United signed the big beast Nemanja from Spartak Moscow. What a signing as well. Brilliant signing he was. Brilliant signing. Big up, Raj. That was a terrific header into the goal by Schade against Liverpool. Yeah. Liverpool drawing 1-1, guys, by the way. Aston Villa looking good for 4th. Bournemouth will be in the Europa League, not the Champions League, but Bournemouth are not even winning themselves. If Bournemouth win now, 59 points. So Bournemouth, yeah, they're not going to get in the Champions League at this rate. Liverpool are going to be 5th. Aston Villa are going to be 4th. Liverpool can thank Aston Villa for winning the Europa League for them qualifying for the Champions League this season. You know, absolutely. Even Anthony is a good player for 40, but we paid nearly 90 million. That's crazy. But that's not down to Ten Hag, is it, JDC? That's down to the board as well, isn't it? Who sanctioned that deal to pay 90 million for Anthony? Mad. When you look back at it, and Harry Maguire, guys, 80 million. 80 million for Harry Maguire. You know? Asif. If Baleba is coming onto United, he will not be the regular starter unless it turns the tables. I never say never go for Baleba. He is a big risk to bring him in. We need double specialists in that each position. If Baleba can't even get into Brighton's most important game of the season, why should he play for Man United, in my opinion? Baleba has had a dreadful season. And for me, for 70-odd million, it represents too much of a risk. And if by the looks of things, Man United again, Edison, Mateus Fernandez, and Tonali, as I'm right now, today, on Sunday, that is what it looks like at the moment, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know, that's what I would say. Trigger Kim, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you again. Hold on, just waiting for this attack. It's an attack. Here come Brighton, though. Kadioglu. Here's Baleba. Baleba looking for a goal. No, he's giving the ball away. Baleba will be trying to score against Man United. He'll be trying the best he's ever played to score a goal against Man United. Here come Man United, though. Shea Lacey. Go on, mate. Go on. Get that ball back. Take on your man. It will be interesting to see how we shall be next season. The UEFA Champions League, EPL, Carabao, FA Cup, Chelsea, Newcastle, Liverpool, Charlton Spurs. All were in the Champions League, and look how they have fallen. We need squad depth. Spot on, Trigger Kim. I can't disagree with that at all. That is exactly that. It's up to the ball to back Michael Carrick, isn't it? It's up to them to get the work done, isn't it? You know, absolutely. Greg, Mason Mount returning next season would be a mistake. I agree with that one. Definitely. You know. Asif, the next season is going to be over 60 games. Ineos need to keep their head straight if they want United to win trophies. I agree, 100%, Asif. In my opinion, Mateus Fernandez has a higher ceiling than Baleba at his best. I agree, JDC. He's a better player all round, in my opinion. Maz Rui's on the floor. Hopefully he's okay. He's all right. He's all right. He's got the World Cup to think about. He can't get injured. Brighton have got to be careful, you know. He's got the World Cup to think about. 20 minutes to go, guys. 3-0 to Man United at the moment. Samuel, there is a guy called Gav goes in and who supports Manchester United, and he believes people are too critical of Joshua Zirkzee. Nobody's critical of Joshua Zirkzee. I don't know where this is coming from. I don't see anyone talking about Joshua Zirkzee. Joshua Zirkzee's not playing. It's as simple as that. And when he does play, he doesn't really do anything amazing. But, you know, we like Joshua Zirkzee. No one's ever said anything bad on this channel about Joshua Zirkzee. No one's ever said anything rude about Joshua Zirkzee on this channel. Not at all. It's just that I just don't think he fits the league, in my opinion. I think it's not his fault. I just don't think the Premier League's for him. I think he's a brilliant Serie A player, in my opinion. That's what I think. Here come Brighton, though, guys. Brighton takes a shot. Out here again, he's going to take another shot, and it's blocked again. Good defending by United. Good defending, guys. I don't see Man City as a threat anymore. But if they go and get Anderson, I think they could be a threat. You know what I mean? Again, so I don't think they are a threat anymore, in my opinion. West Ham have scored. Thank you, Asif. Thank you for the update. West Ham have scored, guys. West Ham have scored. It's 1-0 to them. But the problem is Spurs are winning too. So nothing changes. West Ham will have 39 points. Spurs will have 41 points. Nothing will change. They need Spurs to lose. That's what they need. Because of the goal difference as well, I believe. Let me have a look at the goal difference. So goal difference at the moment, Spurs have got superior goal difference. West Ham would have to win like 4-1, 4-1, and hope that Spurs lose. It's not going to happen right now. Sam, if you were Tottenham Hotspur, would you sell Cristiano Romero? I like Cristiano Romero. You know that. I think he's at the wrong club, though. I think he's at the wrong club. I do like him, you know. Greg, Joshua Zirkzee is a luxury player at United where the money spent on him would be better be served at another player for the team. Agreed with that. Absolutely. As much as I want West Ham to go down because of Fernandes, I really want Spurs to get relegated to show what happens to teams with bad ownership. I think even without them going down, Bernard, I think that people know how badly Spurs have done, you know. And not only that, when you just concentrate on the stadium, when you just focus on your stadium and that's it, you know, not only about the league position, but, you know, and only about bad ownership, it's about the stadium as well. That a brand new, shiny new stadium doesn't necessarily bring you success, you know. And that's what I would say about it. It doesn't necessarily get you to where you want to go. Absolutely. Trigger. Bro, who do you think will win the World Cup? Or which 4 teams do you think will be the semis for the World Cup? Spain, France, England, and Spain, France, England, Portugal. Those are the 4 semi-finalists. Spain, France, England, Portugal. There you go. Surprise package of the World Cup, Japan and Norway. They will do well in the World Cup. That is what I'm saying, Trigger Kim. But of course, I have my favorites as well. I have my teams I want to win. Don't bank against Ghana doing something in the World Cup this year. I know they won in the AFCON, but I don't bank against them. There's a few teams in there. But for me, you can't look further than France, England, Portugal, and Spain for that coveted thing. I do think that Portugal are a little bit overrated, but you know, I do think they're still a very good team. Samuel, Tottenham Hotspur is about Beyonce. Absolutely big up to the left. They'll be going in the Premier League. Salah exit in the field for the last time at Liverpool. Yeah. Trigger Kim, I'll have all the watch-alongs, my friend. Yeah. I'll be doing the watch-along for the World Cup. Yeah. Hopefully you guys can join me for the World Cup. Should be fun. You know, I love these games because I get to see for the first time, I get to see Haiti. You know, I get to see Curacao. I get to see these type of teams. Well, I wouldn't see otherwise. This excites me. I'm excited by it. You know what I mean? And I'm really looking forward to it. Some of the games there that, you know, you wouldn't see otherwise, these type of games and stuff. Big up, Greg. Good that Dorgu got a good run today. I agree. Denmark are in the World Cup now. Levi interviews are quite funny. He should have been gone a long time. He's like a glazer for the Spurs, isn't he? He's a glazer for the Spurs. That's what he is. Guys, we've got about 15 minutes to go. Did you know that FC Barcelona won the Women's Champions League? Congratulations to the Women's Barcelona team. I don't like Barcelona men's team, let alone the women's team. I don't like any Barcelona teams. But congratulations to them. Yeah. Well done to them. They've been the best team in Europe this season in regards to women's football. Trigger Kim. No, Argentina in the final four, bro. Why not? Because they're unless they get a referee on their side again and VAR, maybe. But other than that, no. They shouldn't have won the 2022 World Cup. We all know what happened there. And I think the European ties are much better than Argentina. I think Spain are much better. England are much better. I think Portugal are much better. France are much better. That's it. You know, there's no Messi to get them out of the little hole and fraud his way to the final anymore. My problem with Baleba is his price and a limited package. My problem with Baleba is not performing for his football club. That's my problem. I don't care how much we pay on Baleba. If he's performing and he's performing at the levels that, you know, what will help Man United and benefit Man United, then I'm all for it. I don't care. But, and as I was that last season, people know me with Baleba, what I was last season. The fact that he hasn't performed for Brighton this season, gets substituted off, gets substituted on. It's just a big red zone, you know? Yeah, I don't mind. It's a bit like Edison, isn't it? Baleba should be going for Edison's price. That's how much Baleba should be going for, not 75 million. Now, we can look at Edison and say, well, he's going for 35 million. That's not bad, is it? You know, you can look at that. But when you're looking at 75 million for a player that's not performing, then that's when you have to ask questions. Chelsea, no red cards this season. Big up, Bernard. Dark horses for the World Cup, Japan and Senegal. I agree about Japan, definitely. Senegal are the African champions, so yeah. Japan, definitely, 100%. You know, I still see Senegal as the African champions, by the way. It's not Monaco. It's not Morocco. Here come Man United for the fourth. Oh, it's a poor ball. Share Lacey here. Go on. Shoots. Oh, it's too far out. He's trying too hard there. Should other teams look at Vuskovic, Bergvall for Tottenham? Bergvall? I don't know, man. I don't flip-flop. I mean, I don't think he's had an impressive season, Samuel. So I won't flip-flop from what I think about Baleba. You have to have a good season, you know, at the end of the day. You know. Baleba will not cost more than he will. He's 75. What's your thoughts on Moyes saying that they have to sell Bowen? Would you sign him? Absolutely not, Trigger Kim. I do not want Bowen at all. The most overrated player I've ever seen, guys. No to Bowen. No. It would be a mistake. Don't want him. I would rather have Bawardi at United, Edison money. Me too, mate. Me too. I concur. I agree with you. We've got 12 minutes of the game of the season, guys, for Man United. I just want to say thank you to all the community again who's got involved with all the watch-alongs and all the streams, guys. Really appreciate everyone who's supporting the channel over the last year. It's been amazing. Thank you, everyone. Guys, we'll be jumping straight into the World Cup, though, won't we? Head first. Here come Man United. Here come Brighton, should I say. Cleared away. Foul to Man United. Minter fouled him there. Bring Wan-Bissaka back. No, thank you, Bernard. No, thank you at all. No, thanks. Jarrod Bowen is a limited like a slow car. He's just an average player, mate. He just gets overhyped, man. Honestly, just average. I'd rather play a kid there. I'd rather have Shea Lacey, mate. What's your thoughts on midfielder West Ham called Fernandes? You know what you're talking to me about? It's like saying to me, what's your thoughts on that football club called Man United? I've been speaking about Fernandes for the last 6 weeks or something like that. People know. Trigger Kim, I like him. He's a good player. Very good player. And he will be playing for Man United next season. There you go. But it depends which Fernandes you mean. There's another Fernandes, that Man United have been linked to. If you know, you know. There's 2 Fernandes. Imagine having 3 Fernandes in the team. My goodness. Instead of punting on Ederson, we should have put Camavinga for the same money. I don't know if it cost the same, probably a little bit more. But the problem with Camavinga JDC is just his injury record, isn't it? I would have went for Keith Schmidt. I would have went for Ayo Biordi. I would have went for Alex Scott. I would have went for someone like that before I even thought about. And the funniest thing is, guys, the funniest thing is that nobody was talking about Ederson a week ago because they knew we weren't good enough. All of a sudden, because we're going after him and we could quite possibly sign him, everyone's an expert on Ederson. Everyone thinks that Ederson would be a good signing. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Asif, Baleba is 70 million. How much did Rashford worth then, if not Barcelona bought 30 million? That's what the stipulate. That's what the contractual thing is. On the contractually, we have a 30 million agreement with Barcelona, but Barcelona don't want to trigger it. Yeah. Listen, we should make a move for Fernandes tomorrow. Wasting time. I agree, Listen. Absolutely. As soon as West Ham go down, we should make a move. Trigger. Alex Scott might be signed by Liverpool. Liverpool. Liverpool ain't going to stand still, Liverpool are going to go after Wharton as well. They're going to get Wharton. They might get Alex Scott. They might get Yan Diamande as well. Red card for Fofana, red card, and Chelsea trailing 2-1. They're getting nothing this season. Their season is getting from bad to worse. Man United making the substitution. Luke Shaw is coming off the pitch. Luke Shaw's coming up here. Just looking who's coming on. Malacia is coming. Tyro Malacia is coming on, guys. Can you believe it? Tyro Malacia is coming on for Man United. Best of luck, man. He won't be at Man United next season, so we wish him the best of luck in it. We wish him the best of luck. He won't be there next season. Laman's taking a goal kick. Manchester United should look at the Mateus Fernandes Pardo because he is also being looked at by Newcastle. Already spoke about him last week, Samuel. Yes, very good player. Always spoke about him last week. Man United are looking at him. Spoke about him last week. Guys, tune into Stretford Post every day. You'll know I'm first with the news, guys. I'm first with the news. Another player. Big up Malacia. Yeah, I hope he has a good game. Final few minutes for Malacia, maybe for his Man United career, isn't it? Final few minutes. Yeah, I've never seen a Brighton game, Man United against Brighton, so easy. To be honest with you. Andy Robertson is off for the last time at Liverpool. Fair play to him. A good player for Liverpool he was. My best player of the season is between Lamens and Bruno. Lamens was underrated and skeptics are silent. Best signing. Yep. I'm glad you said that. I want people to scroll to the beginning of the season or even still scroll to last year when the word Lamens first came out in social media, in content creation. The word Lamens came out. And now people are saying player of the season. I also think a big special shout out to Casemiro. I think Casemiro has been better than Declan Rice. I think Casemiro's had a phenomenal season for me, as well. Absolutely. This is the best game we have played under Carrick. I think it's because the pressure's off, JDC. We've had 2 good games, but I think it's because the pressure is off. That's how I think. Because, yeah, but you can only beat what's in front of you. Mandem, Chelsea got their 10th red card of the season. Wow. By burying them at 10. And Arsenal ain't got none, guys. Mateus should be at Man United. I'm telling you, JDC, he should be at Man United next season. Absolutely. Le Mans is already one of the best keepers in the Premier League. I agree. He's also a Belgium international now. He's going to be a full-time Belgium international now. You know, guys, absolutely. Casemiro is better than Bjarne Rice, do Champions League finalist 5 times. Oh, PSG, mate. I'm supporting PSG, Trigger Kim, all the way. I cannot have Arsenal winning the Champions League. No way at all. I'm supporting PSG every step of the way, guys. We got 5 minutes to go, guys. 5 minutes to go. As we stand in the Premier League, guys, Arsenal are 2-0 up against, of course, Crystal Palace. Man City are 2-1 down to Aston Villa. Arsenal going to win the league by 7 points. In the end, Man United were only 7 points behind Man City. So there you go. Aston Villa winning 2-1 away, guys, at Man City. So Liverpool drawing 1-1 as we speak. Bournemouth are drawing 1-1. Right now, Brighton are finishing 8th, Sunderland 7th, Bournemouth 6th, Liverpool 5th. Only the 5th goal position will go up to the Champions League. Only the 5th place will go up to the Champions League this season, thanks to Aston Villa, by the way. Yeah. At the end of the day, guys. So it is that. Man United 3-0 up. Man United 6 points ahead of, as we stand, 6 points ahead of Aston Villa. Man United will finish 11 points ahead of Liverpool. 11 points ahead of Liverpool, guys. That's where Man United will finish this season. After Liverpool spent $500 million. Man United was finished 11 points above Liverpool. Incredible. Incredible. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Ahmed played good today. Yeah, he played well today. Good for him. It's going to be a chance for Brighton. They've got a chance here. He's going to shoot. Great save, Le Mans, as usual. Le Mans is always there. It would be good if we got a player like Le Mans. I think VTech is that guy, you know, United Mandem. It's just whether VTech will stay. Obviously, VTech wants first team football, so we have to work out whether he will stay or not. Daryl, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Yo, my bro, what's going on? Bruno done it, mate. Got an assist record. Congratulations to Bruno. Absolutely. Fair play. Good positive end to the season. And that's what I would say. And we need to keep those vibes next season, don't we? And try and challenge for this league. That's what we need to do next season. Challenge for this league. 3 minutes or normal time to go, guys. Man United 3, Brighton and Hove Albion 0, guys. Irfan says 3-0 to PSG. I hope so, mate. I hope it's even more, Irfan. I hope it's even more. West Ham are 2-0 up. Tottenham needs to lose so they can stay up. Yeah, Tottenham are not going to lose. Are Tottenham still winning 1-0? Tottenham are not going to lose now. Tottenham will stay up. West Ham will go down. The lifesaver. The lifesaver for Tottenham was De Zerbi. I think them appointing De Zerbi was what saved them. You know, corner to Man United here. Bruno Fernandes is going to take the corner. Very good signings, Asif. Very good signings. Underrated signings this season. Chance. Oh, nearly 4-0. It was Lenny Euro, but it was nearly 4-0. It was hit the post, actually. It hit the post. Yeah, it was going to be a foul in there, probably. Yeah, I agree. That and Bilmo, Sesko, and Kuna have all had good seasons, all scored 10 goals. I think Sesko scored 11, isn't it? 12. But yeah, they've all scored goals. Absolutely brilliant signings. Underrated. Fair play to Amarim for that. You know? Fair play to Amarim. Listen, I think we could have won the league this season if it's not from the first place. I don't know. I can't speculate on that. One thing I know is that we had the AFCON in between the season, and I think we missed out on about 9 points then because the AFCON was the beginning of the season. Why not win the league next season, eh? Why not think about winning the league next season? Why don't we do that? Bruno's limping a little bit. I would take him off. Trigger Kim, at least City fans came out today to say goodbye to Pep Guardiola. They filled the stadium. Wow, for once. Yeah. For once, they filled their stadium. Yeah, great manager he has been in the Premier League. He has been a great manager in the Premier League, and I wish him all the best. I'm going to Tunbridge Wells next Saturday for a coffee and lunch and shopping and with Smith and Weston and West Ham for the Champions League final and food. And what's that? Weston, a Smith and Weston shopping and a Smith and Weston for the Champions League final. Oh, okay. Tunbridge Wells is a very hilly place. Been there once. It's a very hill. It's a very steep place. Lots of hills and stuff. Irfan, Liverpool are big flop. Big up. Absolutely. We're looking at the injury time now, guys. 90 minutes are on the clock. The injury time is. Let's have a look. No injury time. We got 6 minutes of injury time, guys. 6 minutes of injury time. Last 6 minutes of Man United's season, guys. We got here. The last 6 minutes of Man United's season is upon us. Kenny, Liverpool are the idiots of the season. Exactly. Liverpool is like the biggest karma that has ever happened. Sal, how does United convince Vitek to sign a contract without alienating the player? You can't. A goalkeeper is very difficult, Gregory. It's a good question, but I think the goalkeeper is very difficult because it's either he plays a second fiddle or he goes somewhere else. Because even under Alex Ferguson, we had a second goalkeeper, Van der Hau and players like that. We couldn't guarantee them first in football. They knew they weren't going to get much first in football, but they were happy with that. Vitek is Bristol City player of the season. He's got a very high ceiling. And, he's going to be a very good player for whoever he plays for. However, we got Seny Lamans, who I believe will be the best goalkeeper in the world for me, guys. And I think that Vitek needs to go on another loan. The only thing we can do is bring in another goalkeeper, highly rated, who can come in when we call upon him. A younger goalkeeper, maybe find one, maybe go out there, maybe get a veteran goalkeeper or something like that. I don't rate Heaton. I think Heaton's too stompy. Buying there, I don't think it's good enough. Yeah, still time for Spurs to be Spursy. Can you imagine? Can you imagine they lose that game? My goodness. Shot over the bar. JDC, unpopular opinion. But in my opinion, Mateus Fernandes is already better than Tonali. They're two different players, I did say. I think Tonali is very good, but playing in two different situations. Tonali is a very good player. Very good player. Lewis Hall and signing and Tonali. Then Edison and Baleba or Anderson, good signings if we get them. Baleba won't be a good signing, mate. Why are we saying, but why are you adding Baleba in there? Baleba can't even get in Brighton's biggest game of the season. Why are you adding Baleba in there? He's useless. Edison is an underwhelming signing. I've said it already, but I'm not going to talk about Edison. But Baleba, why should Baleba sign for Man United? That would not be good signings for Man United. Baleba would not, shall I draw a picture? Would not be a good signing for Man United. I'll tell you that right now. It would be an awful mistake. Losing against Everton and Leeds put us behind the Premier League race. Newcastle, don't forget about that. We lost to 10-men Newcastle. We drew against West Ham. We lost to Newcastle with 10 men. We lost to Leeds. There was games there that could have gotten to us about 10 points, probably 12 points. Here come United again on the right-hand side. Cher Lacey. Oh, good play from Cher Lacey. Great skill. Oh, he's lost it, but it was great skill. He tried it. Sal, how does United convince Vitek to survey here without... Sorry, I just read that one. Big up. Big up. Asif, we only still lost 7 games this season. Big upgrade from last season. We were always going to do that. Last season was a myth and it shouldn't have even counted. That was almost there. That was almost, you know what I mean? We're going to finish second next season at least. I hope so. I thought we finished first. So next season, commentator will be like Fernandez to Fernandez. If we sign Fernandez, there's 3 Fernandez we might sign, isn't there? We got 2 Fernandez we might sign. We got Pardo Fernandez and we got Mateus Fernandez. Imagine we have 3 Fernandez. There you go. Here comes Brighton trying it in the last 2 minutes of the game, guys. And then it's over for Man United season, guys. Yeah. Just to run through some of the scores, guys. Man City are losing 2-1, guys, to Aston Villa. Liverpool are still drawing 1-1. Bournemouth are 1-1. Sunderland, let me just get the scores up, guys. Let me just get the matches up. So at the moment, it's Fulham 0, Bournemouth 1. Sunderland 0. I think it is it. Is it? That's not correct. Hold on. What the hell? Let me go to PremierLeague.com and get these scores up. That's not correct. So we've got about a few seconds of our season left, guys. Thank you, everyone who's been involved in the Premier League season 25-26. It's been fun. So right now, the scores are Brighton 0, Man United 3, Burnley 1, Wolves 1, Crystal Palace 1, Arsenal 2, Fulham 2, Newcastle 0, Liverpool 1, Brentford 1, Man City 1, Aston Villa 2, Nottingham Forest 1, Bournemouth 1, Sunderland 2, Chelsea 1, down to 10 men, Chelsea. Tottenham are still 1-0 up, boring old Tottenham against Spurs. West Ham are 3-0 up against Leeds United, but it looks like West Ham will be going down, guys, as we speak. It looks like West Ham are relegated. It looks like Spurs are going to stay up, guys, this season. Guys, good to see you. Thank you so much, Greg, and thank you, everyone. It's 2-2 City now. If they equalised, fair play to them. Fair play to them. Full time, Manchester United defeated Brighton Hove Albion in our final game of the season by 3-0. Magnificent performance from the lads today, guys. Man United 3, Brighton 0, and we go off to the World Cup in high spirits, guys. Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant performance from the lads. Man United are 3rd this season, guys. Man United are 3rd this season. Man United are, you know what? We're back next season, don't worry. We're back next season. Guys, we're back next season. So at the moment, let me just see the Premier League table. I think West Ham are down now. West Ham will be relegated. West Ham are relegated to the Championship, guys. EPL scores champion. West Ham are relegated, guys, to the Championship. Guys, the new London Stadium will be seeing Championship football for the first time. Absolutely. West Ham are going to get relegated as we speak. Let me just look at the table. Man United finished 3rd this season, guys, on 71 points. Right? 71 points. Man United finished 3rd. West Ham are 3-0 up, but Spurs are still winning 1-0. That game's almost finished. West Ham are going down. West Ham had an opportunity, but they've ruined their opportunity there, guys. West Ham, Burnley, and Wolves are relegated, guys. West Ham, Burnley, and Wolves. Arsenal, Man United, Arsenal, Man City, Man United, Aston Villa, and Liverpool will qualify for the Champions League. Bournemouth will qualify for the Europa League. So will Sunderland, I believe. Brighton will get into the Conference League. So Bournemouth, Sunderland will get into the Europa League. Fantastic season for Sunderland, by the way. And Brighton will get into the Conference League. Brentford finished 9th and they'll get nothing. Chelsea finished 10th. 10th on 52 points, guys. 10th. Unbelievable poor season from them. Unbelievably poor season from them. Unbelievable, guys. Bruno Fernandes has broken the record, guys, for assists in history of the Premier League. Bruno Fernandes has broken the record. Yeah, but Brentford, but West Ham are going down, guys. West Ham are relegated to the Championship. And congratulations to those who qualified, guys. So Tottenham, of course, West Ham are still waiting on the Tottenham result. So West Ham are going to be, I think Tottenham are not going to concede 2 goals. goals. They're still waiting for the Tottenham wasted goals. They're going to get relegation. Tottenham are winning, guys, at this moment, I believe, still, if I'm not wrong. Big up everyone, though, in the stream. Good game. Big up everyone, you legends. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, West Ham are going down, guys. Man United, Liverpool, Man City, and Arsenal will qualify for the Champions League next season, guys. Yeah. Bournemouth are in Europe. Brentford are in Europe. No, not Brentford. Sunderland are in Europe. Congratulations, then. They're in Europa League. However, they're not in the Champions League. They're going to be in the Europa League, unfortunately, for them, because Aston Villa finished. They drew against Man City, didn't they? Guys, absolutely. Greg, United went from 42 points to 71 points in a single season without what a difference. That's what happens, though, isn't it? Like, yeah, last season was a poor season. Let's not talk about last season, Greg, because last season wasn't right. It wasn't right. There was a lot of problems that last season that we had to deal with behind the scenes. There was a different environment. Behind the scenes, there was problems going on. Let's not bring in last season. Let's think ahead, because losers think in the past. We think ahead, and we think only ahead. That's what we do. We think ahead and only ahead. And that's what we do. We don't think about last season and what happened last season, because there was a lot of problems last season. Amram came in halfway through the season. It was a mess, right? And they were only thinking about the Europa League final. And that's what has happened. So let's not talk about that. Bournemouth fans pull out passports the next season. Absolutely. Sam, I'm going to take that at the London Stadium, 25th of June. I'm going to take that. Oh, okay. Are they playing at the London Stadium? Wow. Okay, they're still going on. I would only watch them if Robbie Williams is back with them. That's the only time I watch them, you know? Why are Brighton celebrating? Brighton in the Conference League. They're happy. Let me have a look at the EPL table again. What am I missing here? Brighton are celebrating. Coming 8th. They came 8th. Are they going to be in Europe? Well, we're going to find out anyway, guys. Absolutely brilliant. Guys, I want to thank everyone for this season. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. Glory, glory, Man United. We move on to next things. We move on to the future. That's what it's all about, guys. Thank you so much, you diamonds. And guys, smash a like on the way out as well. Man United finished on 71 points, 3rd place. That's all right. I'm not celebrating. We need to move up that table. I need to win the league next season. It doesn't mean anything to me, 3rd place. We've achieved our objective. Now let's achieve the proper objective and let's go and win that bloody Premier League title. That's what we should be thinking about. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Bobby. Big up everyone, guys. Have a great evening. And I'll see you tomorrow for Breaking Dawn, guys. And thank you for this season. You're absolute diamonds. Thank you so much. See you soon. Peace.